for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WINNING.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Hey, this is Jermaine Johnson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, Bart and Carlin, but it's not Carlin.
Yes.
And it's not Graca.
Right.
And it's Rothenberg.
That's because it's so nice you want to do it twice.
You know what? 4 hours is not enough.
Not
I want to
enough.
say.
Not
because
at all.
your replacement co-host left this house 20 minutes ago. That's why I stay. I remain.
I don't know why he just didn't turn around and go home.
He claimed, and we'll get to the Jets news in just a
But
second.
he could have went home.
He claims
Just
he
turn
was in
your
no
ass
man's
around.
land. He claims he was
okay.
too far from home to turn around and go home and get there for the start of the show.
Okay, Tom Hanks.
That-
Wilson!
That's what he claims.
He's lost. He's floating. The raft didn't get over the wave.
He
Come on,
claims that he couldn't. But you know what? Because I'm a warrior, a trooper, I stay.
And listen, this ain't your first rodeo with me. We've been down
We've
before.
done this before.
And Rick gives you a little bit of a basic training. But listen, this is the good thing. You can't get fired from this show. Anything you say and you do will not be held against you in a court of law.
See, I don't know that
because
that's
this ain't your show. This is time and a half. You can do whatever you want. This is like your podcast. You can go waka flocka all you want. You can talk about Giants. You can talk about Shane Staken. You can talk about your passion. Whatever you want. We can go after dark.
Really?
We can go after dark.
Well, I'm used to that with Rick.
I've been trying to get sponsored by Cialis, Levitra, or Roe. It seemed like, when Shannon went and he did the Mr. Nasty thing, like, look at the marketing that happened right after that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So Graca will be here at some point.
Allegedly.
Just not this point.
First of all, we need to know how much your time and a half meter is running.
Oh, it's
like,
running.
Because it's not like this is like time and a half. So whatever your pay is, they have to flip it. So if it's an hour, you might want to roll it over to an hour because that gives you maybe 3 more days of extra.
I bill up too, right? Like once this hour has started, now I bill for an hour.
Yeah, you're a mainstay. Let me see what we got in the Pistons jar. Where's the Pistons jar?
The Pistons jar is missing.
Oh, damn.
The Pistons had a good win last night, though.
No, I didn't like that.
No?
They played with their food far too much. And listen, how many times do we have to see Williams hit a three? What the hell was that all about? He hit 6 threes. He hit a career high.
They're amazing. I mean, and I do want to get to this Jets trade. They are absolutely amazing.
Oh, the Jets trade that didn't hit any NFL. They're like, it's the Jets. Who cares? 2 bottom of the barrel teams.
So I guess what they're saying. This is from Schefter, right?
This is for me and Carlin, man. Here you go, man. This for your time.
I get to keep the money?
Yeah, man. Take the
No, I don't want to take your
money.
money.
Take the cash, man.
Really?
Because they're abusing you, man. Take the $60.
There's like $60 in here.
Yes, take the $60.
Okay. All right.
Get some gas. Get some food on the way home.
So this is from Schefter.
Even Tom's late?
No, Tom was here since 5 o'clock this morning. He did my show.
About to say, man, what's going on, man?
The Jets are sending Jermaine Johnson to the Tennessee Titans in exchange for defensive tackle Tivandre Sweat, per ESPN sources. Now, Schefter goes on to say the trade cannot be processed until the start of the new league year in March, which I think is 2 weeks away. But this trade is signed, sealed, and delivered. So your immediate reaction to this trade is what?
Well, I talked about this before, right? We know that, it's tremendous affection between Robert Saleh and Jermaine Johnson.
Right, he got his guy, right?
One of his draft picks, he got somebody that's going to come in and play the way that he wants. And if Jermaine Johnson is healthy, he is a guy. But, the Jets were falling and were really, painting themselves into a corner of trying to figure out what did they want to do, right? I talked about it 2 shows ago because yesterday I wasn't here. We talked about the fact that when you look at the Jets, they had a major decision. Because do you pay Jermaine Johnson? Do you trade him? Do you make him Thibodeau and just have him like hanging around hoping that you can trade him by the trade deadline? Do you believe in what? Do you believe in what's going on with McDonald? Will
McDonald?
Yeah, Will McDonald.
Well, it sounds like he's going to be here.
Well, because he has 2 years.
Right.
So you have more time before you have to make an ultimate decision. But to me, this also signals that they're probably going outside pass rusher. With do you try and make Arvell Reese a Michael Parsons type of player where he plays part-time in the middle, then make him a full-time outside guy? But the interesting thing is when you get a guy like Jermaine Johnson, he's a nose tackle. You already have Harrison Phillips, who's a nose tackle. You have Briggs. So to me, does that signal that the Jets are going to turn to a 3-4? Because now when you have a 3-4, you want to have Briggs can play like the 3 technique, like the heavy guy, like what Muhammad Wilkerson used to play. Mm-hmm. And then you can go out and you can trade for a Bailey or Arvell Reese, and they can be
draft them.
Yeah, you can draft them.
Right.
And they can be pretty much a stand-up outside linebacker, which
and you
pretty
got
much
him on a rookie deal.
Exactly. So you reset the money.
Right. So obviously what they're telling you is they might have liked Jermaine Johnson. They didn't like Jermaine Johnson enough to sign him to a long-term deal.
He didn't prove enough. Last year, coming off of the injury, he's a guy that we think is extremely talented, but hasn't had the results as a pass rusher that you want. Came back, and that was the year for him to prove it. So, maybe a guy like, Sweat beefs him up in the middle a little bit. And, let's see what this happens, because this could have a butterfly effect. If Arvell Reese or Bailey is the guy that you decide to go, and if you're looking to replace a pure pass rusher, I think you go with a guy like Bailey.
I love Bailey. Well, I love him. As far as pure pass rusher in this draft, he would be the guy. Now, was it just yesterday? I don't know. At some point this week, Mel Kiper came out with his new mock draft. Might have been Tuesday.
Yeah.
And he had Caleb Downs to the Jets at 2.
That's nasty work.
That's not happening.
Like Mel, that's nasty work. You know what I'm saying? Mel's my guy, pumpkin pie and all that stuff from Baltimore. Loves big Baltimore fan. So, but no. But this also tells me, damn, I didn't know this dude was 366. He's a load. So this
Sweat.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Sweat. Yeah. He's a load. So also what this tells me, because we thought with the second first-round draft pick
that you would go with the run-stuffing defensive tackle.
Banks,
now you don't need to do that.
Aha.
Right.
So he's 6'6", so this tells me, he's not a nose tackle in my opinion. This tells me that he's like that big 5 technique. And for everybody out there that don't know what a 5 technique is, the 5 technique is the guy that plays pretty much to the close side, which is close side to side the tight end is your 3-man surface. Think Trevor Price, think Brett Kiesel, and these traditional 3-4 teams that sit right between the tackle and the guard, and they pretty much set edges. Or think about J.J. Watt, for all the people that know Captain America, for that position. J.J. Watt was a 5 technique that set inside of a 3-4, and it makes him virtually unblockable, especially if you put a guy like Bailey on the outside. Well, I can't say that so much because he's still young. But if you put a pass rusher on the outside, then the tackle has to block out. And that means that the 5 technique has an advantage because he's outside shade. So there's no way that supposedly the guard can cut him off or get outside of him to seal edges so he can get that knock it back that makes the ball have to cut back to a smart linebacker like me that'll just fall back knowing that the running back's going to end up getting stopped and have to shuffle his feet.
So your first glance at this trade, right? You're moving on from Johnson. You're bringing in a big defensive tackle. You think you might move to a 3-4. Now it kind of pushes you in the direction of you're going to go after an edge pass rusher, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. 16 now becomes open. I mean, who knows? Maybe you fall in love with Ty Simpson, right?
Nah, hell no.
Okay. Oh, you say no, but I mean, it makes it flexible for things. So
yes.
What your overall initial, I know it's early and you might change your viewpoint as we move forward here, but your initial reaction to this trade is you're okay with it? You need more time to chew on this? Like, how do you feel about this?
I chew on this because Jermaine Johnson was an unknown. And if you can get him and reset the clock, because I talked about the reason why you draft the outside linebackers because you think about resetting the clock. And you always want to reset the clock on the most expensive positions. So this means also maybe they can go corner if they want, if they don't believe in Thompson coming back from injury. They spent the money last year on Stevens. But I think you can always get a safety, which is a cheap position.
Yeah.
So if you're going to spend your money in free agency, go spend your money for Cam Curl. You know what I'm saying? Go give him a bag because it still won't be that much money.
And you have so much money to spend.
Right, but if you get a guy like Cam Curl, he's a guy that's at a position that is a reasonable position. He's going to want 13, 14 million per. Where linebackers, Lloyd's going to get 16, 17 per. So now you're drafting a cheap position. You just traded for a position when you think about what Quinnen was making. Now you just drafted Quinnen's replacement at 6'4", but he's 24 years old and he's only 2 years in, so you own his rights for 2 more years. So now that's fiscally responsible. So now that means I got more cheese on the taco. Go get a guy like Cam Curl or the guy from Josh from Seattle and bring him in as your safety. And then that allows you to be able to say, you know what, with 16, I'm wide open. If a player drops, which they always do, I'm saying, hey, man, go get a receiver. If one of these receivers are going to drop.
That's my guy. Mekhi Lemon, I love him.
Somebody's going to drop to 16.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get maybe somebody's going to try either move up for Ty Simpson and maybe in the 20s. You talk about Pittsburgh, but somebody might try and jump Pittsburgh. Who knows? You think about Cleveland has 2 first-round draft picks. They might fall in love with Ty Simpson.
They have the Jags in their own.
Right, so they might fall in love with Ty Simpson themselves. So now what I'm saying is then that means that people get overdrafted. That means that somebody's going to get underdrafted. So that means that 16
guys always fall. They always fall.
Right. So that means a receiver's going to fall. One of these great corners are going to fall, or you go get the big offensive guard inside, which allows you to say, okay, now I can replace Josh Simpson or I can replace Vera Tucker, or you can do both.
You're done with Vera Tucker, right?
I don't know.
You might bring him back.
Listen. This is what concerns me with Vera Tucker. Vera Tucker, in my opinion,
always hurt.
I know. Vera Tucker, in my opinion, is one of the most talented offensive linemen.
But how can you pay him?
You don't have. This is not a pay it deal. This is a prove it deal.
So 1 year?
1 year, $15 million. 1 year, $15 million pops off the books because guess what? Aaron Rodgers is falling off the books next year. Sauce is falling off the books.
Okay, but don't you think there's other teams out there that say, okay, I can offer him 1 year, 15, and now he doesn't have to play for the Jets. Now he comes to play for you name the team. That's a better situation.
I understand it. It depends on how Vera Tucker feels, right? Because I can see the Ravens taking a chance on him. I can see Pittsburgh taking a chance on him. I can see San Diego because remember Chad Alexander is out there with the Chargers, who was the assistant general manager that drafted him, knows how talented he is.
I don't think there's a question at all how talented he is.
Right, but here's the thing.
He's never healthy.
Exactly. So you give him somebody may say, you know what, the juice is worth the squeeze.
He'll get 1 year at a decent number, absolutely.
Or somebody may give him a multi-year deal because you say, hey, maybe because listen, remember how often Fred Taylor used to always get hurt?
He was always hurt
until he wasn't. And so it's like these things, sometimes guys just get injured all the time.
And the best thing about having him on a 1 year deal is he'd be more motivated than ever because he goes out.
Well, he has to understand because he understood last year how important it was for him to stay healthy. And this would be the Jets give him another chance. It's just like you drafted a player that has Hall of Fame talent, and you never got a chance to get anything out of him.
The thing that I don't like about this trade, and again, I don't think it's a bad trade. I think it's fine.
This trade is an amazingly good trade to dump Jermaine Johnson.
All of Sauce Gardner,
yes,
right? Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah,
you're like, these are cornerstone pieces, and you're moving on from all of them.
But here's the thing, though. Sauce got you 2 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, I get it.
So that's a wash. Losing Quinnen hurts, but he got you a first and a second.
I get it. But you still have to take those picks and turn them into something.
Right.
Those were commodities. Those were known, really, really good players.
Exactly. But just like Mimbo is and Fashanu is, and those are guys that, and this gives you more flexibility and more money because I guarantee you, when you trade it, the Jets probably got some money on their back because I'm assuming that Jermaine Johnson going to his 5th year being a first-round draft pick was probably scheduled to make way more money. And I'll go to Sport Chat right quick and tell you what Sweat is making versus what he's making. So now you actually probably gained some money.
You're going to gain money.
Right.
You're going to gain money.
So that's more money that I can offer to Brees, even if it's like $2-3 million a year. Because
do you need to get Brees done for a longer-term deal?
Yes.
Or you do? Yes. In your world,
because if you put
franchise tag, not okay.
Well, franchise tag, if somebody want to give you a first, okay, but if
nobody's giving you a first for him.
Well, if you tag him, then they have. Well, he was a second-round draft pick, so I don't think you have to give him a second-round draft pick, right? You have to match it. Like if you tag,
you're not getting a one,
right? But if you give him you put him a franchise tag, then the team can't sign him because they would.
I think they can sign him anyway off the franchise tag. He's yours. He just has to get the top 5 salary at that position.
Right. Correct.
So if you franchise him, you keep him.
Yeah.
You just keep him at a big number. Now that they have a fortune of money.
Well, it's not a big time number because it's a running back. So it's like 14 million, 13 million.
But it all goes against your cap. It's not like you can divest it or play with that money. Like that's the money that goes against your cap. But I agree. I'd like to see him. He's a good player, a really good player. I think in a better offensive system, he'll be a better player.
I think if Breece Hall went to Buffalo,
Kansas City,
Baltimore, Kansas City, Chargers, Rams, Seattle, he might lead the league in rushing.
I think he's a terrific
Like if he
player.
went to any team that was a good team with a good quarterback,
I agree.
He would do what Saquon did in Philadelphia.
Let's not go that crazy.
He's a better receiver than Saquon Barkley. He has more breakaway speed than Saquon Barkley. He is a guy that if he gets to the second level like Saquon Barkley was getting, nobody's catching him.
I agree with your sentiment. I'm going to push you back on Saquon, but that's fine.
I
We can
understand.
disagree.
Tomato.
On
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't enjoy watching Saquon do that for Philadelphia either.
Yeah.
But Saquon is like they said, he's a generational running back. He's a generational running back. You don't think Saquon's a generational running back?
I don't.
Really?
No. I think Jamil Gibbs is better.
Oh, this is a conversation for a different day. Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Jahmyr Gibbs is better than Saquon?
Yeah. Saquon's a good running back, not a.
I will tell you that I do believe that Saquon went up in such a perfect situation. Like you could have run for 1,500 yards.
My point.
Yes.
My point. Bijan Robinson is a better, more talented, more skilled. Wow. I think Breece is more talented, more skilled. I think you can.
You think Breece is more talented and skilled than Saquon Barkley?
Yes. You can't line Saquon Barkley up and tell him to run a go route and he'll catch it.
But he's a problem in the passing game.
No. That's different. That's like out pass. I'm talking about running backs that can run receiver routes, and Breece can. We've seen him.
And Gibbs certainly can.
Yeah, we've seen him. McCaffrey can, right? Yes. Bijan can, right? That's a different type of skill set, which is fine. Alvin Kamara can, right?
Could.
Right, could. Yeah, could.
I'm not sure he still can.
Right,
yes.
could. So that's what I mean. So Saquon is a more stocky guy. He's not a guy that's going to line up in the slot and run a post or run a 7 route. You know what I mean? Breece is talented like that.
I think Breece is awesome.
Yes.
And my point is you can't keep drafting these guys, having them be good players, and trading them away.
Yeah, but if you get the value you got from Sauce, because Sauce could have been fool's gold.
I think Sauce is good. Even being good, getting 2 ones from him is a trade you'd have to make.
Exactly. And really, if you wanted to just replace him, you could just sign Tariq Woolen.
Yeah, he's a really, really good player, and he's a free agent now. And you have money.
Probably for less money than what you sign Sauce for.
And now you get 2 ones.
Because he doesn't have the accolades that Sauce had. Whenever you have 2 Pro Bowls and All-Pro, like that's going to dictate what you get.
But I don't know that Sauce is the same guy that he was.
Well, people realized that he couldn't tackle. So they just made him tackle, and that broke his body down. So he's got to do something that way. But I do listen, Muji, this is a great move because I felt like.
Great move. You are all in. You love this move for the Jets.
Yeah, because you instantly replaced Jermaine Johnson, and now that saves you from doing something silly like getting downs.
And right. Now, do you find downs silly at all, or do you find downs silly for the Jets? If the Giants took downs at 5, silly?
Huh?
If the Giants took downs at 5, silly or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you less silly at 5 than at 2.
I like him at like after 10.
After 10.
Yeah, 5 is somebody that you think is a like even when you talk about Kyle Hamilton, oh man, how can they not draft Kyle Hamilton? Kyle Hamilton dropped.
Well, yes, he did.
Where it was a safe position because it's really positional value, right? And his positional value isn't that high because you can, like I said, you can go out and get Cam Curl right now. You can have a guy that can fill that void. Listen, now you love to have these type of guys, but I don't know if Caleb Downs is Ed Reed. I don't know if he's Derwin James. I don't know if he's Budda Baker.
I don't know that he's going to last to 10+.
Right,
so we'll find out.
Yeah, but I mean, if he does be one of these guys that fall, the Jets right there at 16.
If he's that guy that falls,
yeah.
If he falls to 16,
let me tell you something. If he falls past 10, then if I'm the Jets at 16,
you move back up and get him.
I'm saying, hey, here's my second. Here's this Dallas number 2. and I take him.
So if you could get Bailey and Downs, you would be dancing if you're the Jets.
Yeah, but listen, this is the thing. You have so much flexibility. You can go get Bradley Chubb.
Sure.
And then sign Arvell Reese.
You do whatever you want. You have more money, and you have more draft equity.
And you have flexibility.
The problem is you're not going to get the quarterback, but that's going to be something you're going to have to.
No, we all in for a quarterback in 2027.
I know. But it's another year you kick the can down the road.
It's okay, but this is when we get back to respectability.
All right, let's break. We'll come back. I'm going nowhere. Apparently, I'm here for the duration.
Man, take the money.
I can't take your money.
Take the money out of the damn jar. This is ridiculous. How dare you? We could have went Bart solo. And listen, no matter what, leave at 2. If you're not here by 2, I'm just going to fly this thing into the wall.
I don't doubt it.
Straight dart.
Where is Graca? That's the question.
Call
Where
it.
in the world is Dan Graca?
It's like, where's Waldo?
Yeah, we'll get to your Jets calls, 800-919-3776, because it's always football season. Bart and Carlin, Rothenberg for, I guess, everyone that should be here, here on ESPN New York.
So disrespectful.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
In Brooklyn, delays on the Gowanus Expressway westbound 278 by the Prospect Expressway. Broken down car now in the right lane around Kennedy Airport, Lefferts Boulevard by Aqueduct Road, an accident at the intersection. In Elmsford, 119 southbound at 100A, an accident. Truck hit the overpass. And in Greenburgh, northbound Springbrook at Ardsley Road, an accident, 1 lane closed. Long Island, the Northern State Parkway, westbound side slowing down into the Grand Central. Meadowbrook Parkway with a crash northbound by the Southern State. Several cars, right lanes are blocked. Southern State westbound at Merrick Avenue, as well as the Sunrise Highway, both westbound side at Merrick Avenue, 2 separate accidents. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
March is here, and the madness is underway. Schweppes offers above-the-rim refreshment and is proud to sponsor the Big East Conference. Take a break from the action with a Schweppes Seltzer. Enjoy 7 refreshing flavors, such as black cherry, lemon lime, cranberry lime, and strawberry mango. Each Schweppes Seltzer flavor provides a perfect touch for any occasion. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your everyday refreshment. Stop by your local food bazaar to get your favorite Schweppes Seltzer for a slam dunk experience.
Ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think's going to go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. So if you want to go to the NBA Finals, all you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry for Profit Boost token. Opt-in required. Must apply Profit Boost token on select market. Restrictions do apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 2.5 S Select all-wheel drive for $219 for 33 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN466016. MSRP $32,010. Zero security deposit. APR $28.60 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 3/2/26.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
At least they're playing my music here. DNR with you. No, it's not DNR. What is it, B&C? Do you guys call it B&C?
Huh? I don't know what the hell we are.
Huh?
I don't know what the hell we are.
I said DNR. That's a mistake. It's certainly not that.
Well, so it's okay.
Bart and Carlin. So where's Carlin today?
I'm like the black version of Rick.
Where? That's true. That's accurate. Where is Carlin to start?
Carlin's on vacation.
Carlin's on vacation.
Yeah.
So they phone in for Dan.
Yeah.
And Dan says, "Don't worry."
They said, "Give me Vaughn."
I'll be there.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
I'll be
no
there.
worries.
Nope.
It's now 10:30. He's still nowhere to be
found. And this is the thing. They said, "Hey Bart, you want to come in? Because I think Dan wants to come in." I said, "Okay."
Yep.
I'd much rather sit at home, dealing with the snow and stuff. But okay, I'll come in.
Yeah.
And this is what happens. Could just stay his ass at home.
He claims, I don't know if this is true, possible, that it's taken him now 3.5 hours, and he's still a good 40-plus minutes away.
We need to get him on the phone. He need to explain himself, show his work. But you know how when you late for work, how you like
it's very stressful,
and you can't concentrate. So you drive, and he's probably nervous and like, man, because we got to do that slow clap for him when he walks in.
Do you think that you guys should ignore him for the rest of the show? When he walks in and sits down, no one should talk to him.
No, I mean at this point, they might as well just pay you time and a half for real. Give you an appearance fee.
I should get an appearance fee.
Yeah, $1,500.
All I wanted was a comp day. Like, we can't give you a comp. That's all I wanted. Just a comp day.
Or
they need money.
They can give you an extra vacation day.
That's all I wanted. One.
And
I'm here for you.
And John should have to forfeit one of his Disney cruise tickets or something like that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Because I know he don't go for the Hulu. He go for the tickets.
Oh yeah,
to the parks.
He loves the tickets. Yeah. I think he's got a Disney cruise in a week or two.
Yeah.
This has been a wild week of travel at the station. RJ got trapped he's still in Florida.
Yeah, allegedly.
Right. He's still trapped.
He could have drove up.
Drove up
a one-way car.
Of course, rent the car, drive it up.
But take him 2 days.
Yeah, or take a flight to the D.C. and then drive from there.
Exactly.
Baltimore, drive from there.
Take the Amtrak.
You know what it is? People they're not problem solvers, Bart, like we are.
They're
problem solvers.
Is what we are.
Ask
me how many vacation days I've taken this year.
None.
Since Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because you're a warrior.
Workers work, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Rich Cimini, Jermaine Johnson will be reunited with Robert Saleh. Scheme has something to do with this. Devondre Sweat, massive. Like you said, Rich has him at 6'4", 362. Saleh likes smaller, faster defensive linemen. The Jets need a big body run stuff from the middle of their D-line Well, guess what?
Yeah,
now they got it.
What is Harrison Phillips? You know, I've had these glasses for a minute.
I like them.
They're the Meta glasses. They're not the Metas. The Oakleys.
Oh, are you like streaming this somewhere?
I could. I just haven't set it up yet. But
you got a camera in that thing?
Yeah. They just turned on.
That's unbelievable.
So I'm trying to figure out how they work. So when I go to Africa,
those are nice.
So when I go to Africa, I can show like my view from like the back of an elephant.
Are you doing shows from Africa, or will you be taking vacation when you go to Africa?
Yeah, no, I'm straight off. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get with my roots. I heard you can get citizenship
in Africa.
Yeah, if you're black. It's kind of like they're saying I'm sorry for shipping me off for a mirror. I mean, because if you're black and you there, then that means your ancestors probably ones that shipped me no return packaging.
Your co-host or supposed co-host is on the line. Dan Graca, what's the traffic on the turnpike, Dan?
I wish you guys would be able to tell me. Here's what I can tell you.
Do you feel guilty at all? Like, do you feel guilty that you're making a man who worked a 4-hour show stay and do additional work today?
There's all sorts of emotions, I think, that I've tried to been processed over the last, 3.5 hours, which is when I embarked on this journey this morning. So before I get to the guilt stage, like I said, there's other things that probably
the Pilgrims made it faster than you're making it here today.
This is like Oregon Trail.
Well, when they sent the group text, I don't know how long ago it was, when the Jermaine Johnson trade got reported, I replied what? I said, Jermaine Johnson's going to get to Tennessee before I get to New York City.
Yeah. Well, if this is Oregon Trail, what would this be? Dysentery? Like your horse got sick or something that died, now you walking?
It's like the Donner Party. You're going to have to start eating people in the cars next to you at some point.
Exactly.
Breakfast has already been consumed. The jacket's already off. I mean, when you spend this much time in a car, like you'd be amazed.
What's the gas situation? Is there any chance you run out of gas?
Full tank. We filled it up yesterday or the day before, so we're good to go as far as that's concerned. Don't have to worry about that.
At any point, did you consider making a left and just going home?
Dude, I couldn't. That's the problem. When I was talking to John, I said, I'm boxed in. I can't even go anywhere.
But how about an exit? If you got off on an exit on the turnpike, couldn't you then turn around and go home and do the show from your home studio?
I only made it through the toll to get turnpike 15 minutes ago.
Oh, man, see, you should have reversed.
I couldn't go.
You should have came off at the Science Center. Look, it's easy for us to start saying what you should have did.
For 2 hours.
Yes, it's easy for us to say what you should have did.
You must, in all sincerity, you must feel horrible. Like you have to be horrified that this is taking place.
But Dan,
it's awful.
I also want you to make sure that you invoice John fully, though, because it's not about if you succeed; it's about the attempt.
Well, it's not. It's got nothing to do with the attempt and none of that stuff. I mean, that stuff will take care of itself whether I got out of bed this morning or not. I'm not worried about that. But the point is that I don't like to leave my guys hanging. Normally, Dave knows this. I'm like usually the one that unlocks the doors. I'm like the first guy
when
there.
we do the morning show, is here at like 5:15, 5 o'clock, way early.
Well, this is the show that New York. This is the show that New York didn't know they needed. Because listen.
Well, especially on a day like this, you get the big Jets news. Yeah. There's a lot to talk about. Can't wait to dive into this stuff.
So what do you think? Well, how do you feel first glance at this trade with your Jets and the Titans?
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised because you've seen what they've done over to this roster the last couple of years. And while I was in Park, I was able to put on the old social media that you think about it. You know, that ballyhoo draft class of 2022, Garrett Wilson's the only guy left now from those 3 first-rounders. And we're not talking about a draft class from 10 years ago, guys. We're talking about a draft class from 3 years ago.
And we were just saying, it's not like they weren't really good picks, right? Sauce was a good pick. Wilson was a good pick. And Jermaine.
Well, Jermaine was an incomplete.
Well, because he was hurt.
Right.
Right. Like he was bad. Then he was good. He was getting better. Then he took a step back because he got hurt. But you're right. I mean, you would only hope to be able to have another draft class like you had in 2022.
Well, maybe
1,000%. And guys, you think about the trades that this group has made to bring in veteran players, like not trade for draft choices, like they're all young first contract players, right? Jarvis Brownlee from Tennessee, Jawan Briggs from Cleveland, maybe with the exception of Harrison Phillips, Adonai Mitchell in the Colts trade. Like these are still young players, controllable players. They hope they could develop ascending type talent. And Sweat, who they got from Tennessee, is another one of those type of players here. So, they're trying to remake this team in the image that this regime sees fit. Now the problem is, look, you got to go out there and win Because if they go out there and have a bad season, and then what happens if they blow out the coaching staff and have to start from scratch again with a bunch of personnel which might not fit the next group of coaches that you bring in, right? That's the danger you run here.
I mean, listen, I thought and believed, I think we all did believe that if it wasn't going to be Jermaine, it had to be Will. So Will gives you another 2 years to kind of figure it out. And then this means that they can maybe entertain a guy like Phillips that's in free agency. They can entertain a guy like Bradley Chubb that may be on a discount now that he's already got paid. And he's still relatively young, but he's a veteran, right? So that gives you a veteran guy, and that gives you Will as the young guy. Or you can go Bailey. Or you can go Ruben Bain. Whatever you want. So it gives them tremendous flexibility, and it allows them, because they're going to have to make a decision on how much they needed to pay this guy. This gives them the opportunity to reset the money clock.
And I think that you have to start thinking about scheme now defensively, too, with this, right? Because Aaron Glenn's taken over. And if you think back to him with Detroit, I'm trying to remember back, but
3-4.
He sprinkled in a lot of 3-4, right, when he was there. So, okay, now you got your big body in the middle that's going to be able to clog up two offensive linemen, the role of a true nose tackle.
No. See, I think differently. I don't think he's a nose tackle. I think he's a 5 technique. When you're 6'4", 6'5", that's Trevor Price, that's J.J. Watt. You got Phillips to be your nose tackle, and Briggs got a lot of wiggle as your 3 technique.
So you think that Sweat, they're going to line him up, as you said, as a 5 potentially?
I would. You can't double team him that way. And if you do, that means that the tight end is going to have to block the defensive end, which should be Bailey, which should be a mismatch.
Are you moving at all?
No,
you don't hear no wind. You don't hear no cars.
Are you through the tunnel? What is happening?
Nobody's leaning on the horn at this point.
I'm on the road now. Believe it or not, I just hit 25 miles an hour, which is probably the fastest I've hit in, I would say, close to 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh, you're still coming down. You're still coming down the little elevated bridge.
I'm going over like the Pulaski and stuff. Yeah.
Oh God.
So you're
That's what I'm saying. I was basically sitting in park for 2 hours.
So you're 45 minutes away.
At no point did you ride the rail. Did you ride the side and risk the ticket?
There was no place to ride. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There was no place to go, and there was 980 million trucks that were blocking every place too.
Do you intend to do something for me?
Right.
Like, do you intend to I don't know, buy me something or gift me something for this?
I'm giving them the tip jar just because I feel sorry.
You want material possessions?
Absolutely. They can be bought.
Listen, if I were to at some point, hopefully it doesn't come to this point, if I were to ever need a kidney, would you say, let me at a minimum, you would test to see if we were a match that you could give it to me if I did need your kidney?
I would actually go and take the test. I would be like, the least I could do for my guy, I'll go and get the process done, see if we're a match. Then to actually go ahead with the procedure, though, is a completely different conversation altogether.
Fair. But if I needed it, you would now I have garnered the sympathy that you would at least get tested to see if you were a match.
I would take the test. Taking a test is kind of like a half-ass gesture anyways. It doesn't take a lot. Isn't that like a simple blood test or something like that? That's nothing.
It might even be a mouth swab. I don't even know.
It's going to LabCorp.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal.
No, even a mouth swab, even better. You don't even have to be put out for something like this. That's easy.
Oh yeah, it'd be a walk in the park. All right, I don't know, like a chicken parm. Do I get anything?
Are you a chicken parm guy?
Who's not? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Of course.
Can I tell you something? This is a true story. I've known you for how many years now?
Oh, I'd say
several.
5, 7 years.
Several. I don't know if I could say that there have been 10 times that I've actually seen you put food in your mouth.
Well, we've gone out for brunches numerous times.
And that might be it.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
I don't think that exceeds 5.
Well, maybe you take me out for a nice brunch.
I've never seen a guy eat.
Yeah, well, I mean, sitting here doing the show, what am I going to be? Well, I guess I'm asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
Because Bart's on like his third course right now.
Yeah, my blood sugar's low.
Yeah.
Oh, the breakfast I brought was a rumor. That thing was consumed like 2.5 hours.
Well, honestly, before you walk in the walls today into this place,
he's never going to make it.
Go get yourself some lunch.
Listen,
I would respect it if you walked in with like a fresh corned beef on rye. There's no reason to rush in now. Go get yourself something.
Yeah. This is how you pay.
Go get a nice rotisserie chicken or something. Take my
Yes, he can order DoorDash and probably have it delivered to him when he get on the other side of the tunnel.
He should have ordered DoorDash and have them come get him and take him to the other side of the tunnel.
That's
what he should have done.
That's a fair point.
All right, what are we looking at right now? What's the GPS say?
I can't because I'm on the phone with you guys. I can't tell you.
No, you said you're going 25 miles an hour. Where are you at now?
Well, now I'm stopped, so I jinxed it. I'm over the Pulaski, so I'm getting closer to hopefully that last toll before you then proceed closer to the Holland Tunnel.
All right. Well,
yeah, Dave, settle in. Dave.
Yeah, I'm going north.
Settle in.
I will tell you what, Dan.
Yeah.
I won't see you soon, but I will see you when you get here.
Exactly.
I'm going to see you, and you know what? It's going to be a joyous celebration for us all.
I agree. All right, goodbye. We'll see you later.
Thank you, my friend. I'll see you guys soon.
This does not bode well for him.
Like
I just got a tweet.
Good luck.
Good luck. Justin Knight tweets in, I just made that exact drive. Took me 45 minutes today.
There you go. See, that's because he ain't got that thug in him. I would have rode the rail. It's a rail, and then it's like a caution sign where they block it. Then you get over, and then you get back over again.
But it's going to end up taking him 4.5 hours. It's unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I've never heard of getting anywhere in the tri-state 4.5 hours.
Anywhere. I don't care.
Anywhere.
And what are we explaining the cause of the traffic?
There's been no explanation. Bauer, did you get Debbie on the line?
I emailed her to see what is going on in New Jersey. I have not gotten a response back yet.
This is wild.
She must be trusted.
She might be stuck in traffic,
stuck in traffic, yeah.
He just texted me. 45 more minutes. How is it possible?
Dave, you're not leaving.
It's going up in time.
You're not leaving until noon.
I'm going to say, I might as well stay for tomorrow's show.
Can we order? You know what? He has to pay it forward. When he comes in, he's got to do 2 hours of Michael K. show.
So the only one that loses is me.
No, we're gonna give you a comp day off.
Okay, all right. You talk
tomorrow,
to John
you don't
about
have to
that.
come in tomorrow.
Get ready for Rickleball Madness. So this is great.
Rickleball.
Hey, Rickleball should be here, not me. This is crap. Friday, March 20th, ESPN New York has taken over Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. Catch a live broadcast of our morning show, DPHO in Rothenburg, starting at 6 o'clock. Then stick around for our social ladder pickleball tournament. We'll crown the champions that day, then roll right into a college hoops watch party to cap off the day. Sign up now on the ESPN New York app. Spots are limited. Rickleball Madness brought to you by Pickleball Heaven, the new standard of indoor pickleball. We continue with the Jets conversation. Get to your calls, 800-919-3776. Little Giants, little NFL, little basketball. We'll do it all because we got time.
Listen, you can just do the show that you just did.
On replay, yes.
Yeah, I don't want you to use any more brain knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
It's Bart Carlin with you right here on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach your friendly live agent. Donation's super easy and your car can be picked up by tomorrow. Call now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
DraftKings Sportsbook puts you right in the middle of basketball's biggest star-driven moments. Bet player props, bet live, and when a game turns fast, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player gets injured anytime in the first half, your bet stays alive. And once it settles, you still get paid in cash. That's built-in protection for star-driven bets. Backed by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg is live from the Big East Tournament presented by Schweppes, Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, and Samuel Adams. Join DHR broadcasting live from the Irish Exit inside Moynihan Train Hall for a Big East extravaganza. Big East legends Charles Smith and Walter Berry will join us on site as we break down the action and relive the glory days. All courtesy of Schweppes. Stop by beginning at 3 p.m. Enter to win great prizes and make the Irish Exit your headquarters when the Big East takes center stage. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea is available at Avenida and the Rutherford. Must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Apparently, Graca is now approaching the Holland Tunnel.
It's also not DNR.
Well,
it's okay. It is DNR.
You know what? It is now.
It is.
Okay,
right.
I am so
the hostile takeover, baby.
I'm so locked in. All I ever say is DNR. I'm used to saying DNR. When I do another show, I can't remember.
And I'm Black Rick.
B and C.
I'm Black
Bart
Rick.
and Carlin.
No, I'm Black Rick.
You're Black Rick. You and Rick have real similarities.
Yeah, real similar. Just his perspective comes from the burbs, and mine's come from the ghetto. But it's all the same.
Yeah, but there's
Me,
a
him,
line.
Charles Barkley. Yeah.
There's a line that you guys are not afraid to cross.
Habitual line steppers.
Yeah, big time.
Ricky.
Ira in Staten Island would like to. He heard Jets, and the bat signal went on. He's like, I got to call the guys.
I think before I put Ira on, I'm sure he's excited about this move.
All right, let's find out. Ira in Staten Island. Ira, do you like this move for the Jets?
I love the move. It was very predictable. I'm totally on the same page as Bart. And by the way, Dave, great job. You remind me of Winslow years ago in that marathon playoff game.
That double overtime game against the Miami Dolphins. Right. Yep, 1980.
So that's I give you a lot of credit.
82?
Yeah, about right.
Yeah.
It was a no deal.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Hopefully John does the right thing with you. But, yeah, with Johnson, listen, you knew it was going to be him and McDonald over with Salah.
Right.
So I think the Jets made the right move. And personally, I don't know what Glenn's thinking about, but I would love for him to switch to a 3-4. I just particularly like to watch that better, and I think you could get to the quarterback. It's a lot easier to find draft picks that could fit a 3-4 system. So they could go in any direction in the draft they want to go right now. They fill the need with this big defensive mammoth lineman, and they basically Johnson. Off the record, I think he was becoming a little bit of a let's play that, not a team player over there. So I think they got rid of the headache, and I think they got value for it, and I think it's a step in the right direction.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, only 13 sacks, man. You would think that.
In his career with the Jets.
Right, in his career. Now, I know he missed 1 year, so it's basically based off of 3 years.
Yeah, but 13 sacks in 3 years for a pass rusher is horrendous.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was trying to be kind.
Right, it's horrendous.
You know, last year was not a good year, and you can say it was a recovery year, but you've had enough time to flash enough. So, listen, the Jets have options. That's what we want. I missed yesterday, and I heard I missed some good sound. What did I miss from the people?
Aaron Glenn at the Combine spoke, and I want your take on it because it's so weird. He makes it sound like he's a Bill Belichick type of defensive coordinator, like he sees things that no one else sees. Here is Glenn discussing he's going to be the play caller on defense and how great he'll be. And he uses a phrase which I think is weird. Here's Glenn.
To me, play call is my superpower, really. Doing it for 4 years in Detroit, and, man, just look at the maturation of those 4 years of how we improved every year and how I improved as a play caller. I really miss doing that, and I think it's a huge part of helping us become the team that I see us become, the team that I knew Mooj see us become, the team that Woody sees us becoming.
So what I find so troubling here is if you're such a genius play caller, right, you're phenomenal. It's a superpower, which is a weird phrase to use.
Yeah.
Why you call plays last year?
Yeah.
On a defense that stunk.
See, like, you can't give people this type of ammunition. Like,
he does it all the time.
Show humility. Prove to us that you're a tremendous play caller, and you calling the game isn't going to affect your ability to be the head coach of this football team.
How many times have you heard Bill Belichick
I've never heard Rex say that that's his superpower.
Right.
Play call is my superpower, really.
How can you get away with something like this? I mean, his dealing with the media and stuff he's said since he got here has been so, Bart, at best it's been questionable.
And then the crazy part about it is I don't ever remember the Lions having some dominant defense. Just stop me when you tell me that we ever looked at the Lion defense like Denver. We looked at Denver's last year. Like we looked at New England last year. Like we looked at Houston last year. Like we looked at Seattle last year.
You looked at Detroit. This is what I think. Detroit's defense was good enough that with that offense, you'd be like, that defense is passable.
Yeah, it was like middle of the road. Now, he said top 10 defense. I don't remember that.
I don't think they were ever a top 10.
That's what he said.
And by the way,
so don't tell me he was capping. Was
Joe,
he capping?
Look it up. Look up where Detroit has ranked in defense under Aaron Glenn.
Was he capping? Like top 10? It probably be some metric.
I don't think they were. And in fact,
I remember them like him patching the team together.
Like, people said, look what he's able to do with everyone hurt.
It's what he, exactly. It's what he did against Minnesota. It was like, he stopped Sam Darnold.
And what did he do the next week? They put up Washington scored 45 points against that.
Yeah,
that's I actually never thought he was a great defensive mind. I thought he was brought in here to be kind of like the leader and the CEO. And I can, from above, I can kind of, run point. I'm a great defensive mind.
Now, this is the thing. With his statements and with him not hiring Wink Martindale, if they don't perform well, he's out of here.
He's
in
gone.
2 years.
Bart, he's gone. He's a dead man walking now.
I wouldn't say. Listen. Muji has made some decisions that either he's going to look like Sugar or he's going to look like it, right? But at least he's taking these big swings. I mean, getting rid of Jermaine Johnson is another smart way to get out of a bad contract from a guy that you are going to either have to franchise tag to keep him, or you're going to have to give him a contract. So now you avoid that headache, you save some money, and now you get to draft a guy that essentially is going to be brought in to do what you thought that he could do.
How attractive is the Jets' job if you draft well this year, right? Because you got 2, you got 16, you got 2 second-round picks and early to mid-second, right? And then you don't get the quarterback, but these pieces you've drafted this year look like they're going to be good, and now I got 3 ones next year? How attractive is that to a coach out there to say, hey, I can give you 3 ones.
No, because it would look like you would be able to only have to give up 2 ones and a 2.
Right, but I'm saying like if you're, and I know this is like the upright, like Mike Tomlin. Mike, you can run point here. We've got young talent. You can get blank check, and you're going to have your quarterback that you choose moving forward. Is that an attractive job?
I think so. I mean, people always have concerns with Woody, but I didn't see the Cincinnati Bengals having any problems getting Zach Taylor. I didn't see.
But Zach Taylor's. I don't think.
Well, but he was sought after when he was there. He's been a solid coach. You know what I mean? He's been to a Super Bowl. I didn't see anybody like. What I'm saying is, the decent job in Cleveland for a while. I don't see people like saying I'm not going to Cleveland. I know Stefanski may not be a household name, but he was a guy that was sought after, and they got their man.
Right.
It's not like he's like guys were saying I'm not going to interview for the job. I don't want the job.
So Joe Leo did a little research.
Research.
Mm-hmm. Detroit was 7th in points per game in 2024.
That's one metric.
Never top 10 in yards against. The highest Detroit finished in yards per game, 18th. 18th. It's the best of the best.
Right.
So superpower?
I mean, this is the thing. He did say it was his superpower, but he didn't say what hero he was.
Right.
Could have been Blank Man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who else? What's another?
I don't know, like the Wonder Twins were not overly impressive, right?
Scrappy Doo.
Yeah. But Scrappy Doo wasn't a superhero, though.
He was a dog that talked. How's he not a superhero?
Because I don't
and
think
he had a cape.
By definition.
He had a cape.
Yeah.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
But was Fred a superhero? No. Fred wore a kerchief.
Yeah, but he was a human.
Right. So you're telling me that
a dog that talked has to be a mutant.
I never really gave this much thought to it, but maybe it could be a point you're making here.
Could be.
I just don't understand why he continues to do stuff that you're like, this is going to come back to bite you.
Because sometimes I think when you're insecure or you're under fire, you want to fire back. And he's a guy that just can't.
He can't help himself.
He can't internalize it and just say, "You want wait till I show him." He has to get it out, and that's something you internalize. That's something you use as fuel to promote yourself with the doubters.
But you know what's
you don't
good
get
to
a
do
more
also?
material.
Shut up.
Oh man,
yeah.
He's my hero. They would take my power out to hero. He's our powers magnified, and he's fighting on the planet side. Captain Planet. That's one of my favorite ones. I used to have a globe. I had a planet on the back of my head. It was a Captain Planet.
That's
globe.
your guy?
Yeah, man. That's my dude.
All right. I don't think it gets better than that. On that note, let's take a break and see if and when we ever get to see Dan Graca. It's Bart and Carlin with you right here, ESPN New York.
Be part of it isn't just a slogan. 2026 season tickets are on sale now, and this is your chance to join the tradition and legacy of the New York Yankees. Purchase a plan and enjoy the best seat locations, significant savings, and flexible payment options. Plans start at just 9 games. Log on to Yankees.com, call 212-YANKEES, or email seasontickets@Yankees.com. For 2026 Yankees season tickets, email seasontickets@Yankees.com today.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Ever want to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Ever want to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 and over, physically present in New York, no purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry per profit boost token. Option required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Restrictions apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369.
Put it in the box. This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. You can get Brazilian beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions for just $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. You can shop one of their 7 locations or order online for same-day delivery. WildForkFoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat. Wild prices.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-568-2790. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-568-2790 or biglou.com.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, this is for you, Bauer. Bart and Carlin with you, the 11 o'clock hour. Rothenberg in for Graca, who was supposed to be in for Carlin. Carlin's understood. Carlin's on vacation. I think that's totally fine. The fact that Graca is now well over an hour late. Yeah, and Raymond's gonna try to help him.
So here we go. So like, if she's reportedly in the city, I'm going to say 11.
No, it should be here in.
I'm gonna say 11:06.
The Holland Tunnel is right here.
Right, I'm gonna say 11.
11:06. So
I know I'm gonna say 11:07 because you got to find parking.
Yeah, but he texted me at 10:57. Got into the city. He should be parked by 04, and he better run like
no, because you got to come out of that little.
He better run like Prefontaine to get in here.
A Seabiscuit,
right? You gotta move his bottom to get in here.
Prefontaine, I like that. I like that reference.
You can use it.
Prefontaine, my guy, Oregon's finest.
Yeah, they made 2.
First guy to break the 7-minute mile.
No, 7-minute mile. No,
I mean the 6-minute mile. Yes, he was.
No, the 4-minute mile was broken in like the 50s by Roger Bannister.
No, hold on.
I'm telling you.
So what did he do? 2-minute mile?
No, because no one's ever run a 2-minute mile.
Let me see how many times. Let me see. If I run a quarter, I can run a quarter in 70 seconds.
Right.
So multiply that. That's a
a
ridiculous
440.
fast speed. Yeah.
That's 440. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
So just what I'm saying. So if that's 440, wait, Leo,
he's not the first one to break the 4-minute mile. It's Roger Bannister. It's a famous event.
Okay, but what did Prefontaine run? He
might have run the 2 miles.
What is it? What is it?
What do you got?
Prefontaine 3:54.
Thank you. He broke the 4-minute mile. Thank you.
He did not break the 4-minute barrier. Who's the first one to break the 4-minute mile? Joe Leo.
That doesn't mean he was the last.
Yeah, but that's not breaking a 4-minute mile is not impressive anymore. It's been done for 50 years.
Nobody's beat that. Nobody's got it to like 3:30.
No, I don't know. You can't run a 3:30 mile. Right. Thank you. It was Roger Bannister.
May 6, 1954.
See?
I mean, come on, man. Like,
it's 75 years that someone broke the.
They didn't have it. They didn't have a digital clock.
You just need to count. 2.
So Prefontaine went.
What did Prefontaine do? What was his claim to fame? It's not a 3:54 mile. He might have been the 1500.
Okay, it's something like that. Because I watched the movie. You watched the movie?
They made 2 movies.
2 movies. Why didn't they make one about your guy?
Who?
The first guy to break the mile.
Roger Bannister?
Yeah, why didn't they make one about him?
I don't think he was as inspiring, and I don't think his life was taken from him in his early 20s.
Prefontaine, his 1,500 meter was 3:38.
1,500 meters is how far?
I don't know.
It's half a mile.
No, it can't be. No.
What?
We might have the stupidest people in the world.
We can't
No.
add. We can't add.
No, there's no way 1,500 meters is half a mile. That's a 7-minute
No,
mile.
1,500 meters is 0.93 miles.
Okay, there you go. Thank you
Math
for that.
is not my strong suit.
So he
Clearly.
was English either. No,
So one of the movies was with Donald Sutherland. The other one was Ed O'Neill.
yeah, I saw Ed O'Neill.
Yeah. So
That-
Bill Bowerman.
Ed O'Neill as Married with Children.
Yeah. So Ed O'Neill or Bill Bowerman was the guy that he was the track coach at Oregon. He's the one that co-founded Nike with Phil Knight.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, he never got that money.
I don't know how.
I
That
love how these mega companies always start, and then we hear about the guy that won, like old boy that stole Facebook from the guy that
Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
From the twins.
yeah. I love that. Whether you want to talk about how Bill Gates screwed IBM.
Well, they did that movie too.
Yeah.
With the
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make it in life in America,
find someone else who has
steal
a great idea
steal somebody's stuff.
and take it from them.
Exactly.
Copyright it and take it from
The
them.
American way.
Great.
Gotta love it.
You're not wrong.
It's the American way.
I mean, the Winklevoss twins, right? They had Facebook. He took it over. You saw
Yup.
that.
Wrote them out. Yep.
It happens all over the place.
Bill Gates, man.
Yeah.
Like first he messed with the recipe for vinegar, the apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
He bought that and screwed that one up. Now he just apologized for being in Epstein files.
Oof.
Now he admitted
That's hard to apologize your way out of.
Did,
by the way.
did he admit to, like, he said he had 2 days with some, like, bro?
He says he's really sorry.
No, yeah, I bet.
Let's move on from that and get into Aaron Glenn
See,
a little bit
I
more.
was trying to get you to that line.
No,
I mean,
I don't want to.
Dan's almost here. You can't get fired.
Only
when
danger
you're filling
happens
in.
when you. I always go up against that line with Rick. And now I'm super tired because I'm on my 6th hour of radio today.
But you have immunity.
I don't know that that's true.
We'll get a call from John.
He is in a meeting though, so everything we say he probably is not hearing now. Here's Aaron Glenn. If you're so great and your superpower is play calling, why didn't you call the plays last year?
Well, that's a good question. Being a first-time head coach and really wanted to do it the right way, I felt like the best decision for me was to allow someone else to be able to do that so I can manage the game. As the seasons progress and I start getting to the end of the season, I start to feel like, I can still call and be able to manage it just as well. And again, I'll be honest with you, I miss being the play caller. I miss being able to be in the fire with those guys, being able to talk to the Mike linebacker, being able to be in the meeting room and try to put a game plan together to be successful against another team. So, all those things came into it for me, and I'm excited about this opportunity. I'm excited about moving forward in that direction.
He didn't answer the question, though.
Right. And
he just said, I'm so good at doing all these things. If you're so great at doing all these things, why didn't you do them?
And did he really manage the game well?
What did he do well?
No, remember the London game?
The London game was against the Broncos.
Yeah, halftime. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't do. I mean,
he didn't call the timeout. Remember, he didn't.
Of course.
So now he's going to do both.
And why were they all hot and heavy on Wink Martindale if he was the guy that was going to take over and run this?
Allegedly he spoke to Wink last year in December after Wilkes was fired.
This is all very fishy, man.
Yeah.
Play call is my superpower, really.
Play that again, and then you got to hit the Batman music behind it.
Play call is my superpower, really.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's nice.
Yeah, there you go. That's
nice.
I mean, that's how we remix the drop.
Do you consider Batman to be a superhero?
No. Iron Man either.
No, these are just wealthy individuals who take advantage of that wealth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's no different than the dude that created X-Men.
Spider-Man superhero.
Yes. Yeah, he actually has powers.
Right. Superman is the ultimate superhero, right?
Correct.
Aquaman superhero.
Everybody that has a superpower.
Hulk superhero.
He's an experiment that turned into a superhero.
But for whatever reason, he's still
Spider-Man too. Then, if that's the case, because he got bit.
Right. These are extreme things that happen to them to push them into superhero status.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Batman's. That's why they always get hurt, and eventually they die because they age. You know what I'm saying? Thor's 300 years old.
That's what you're looking for.
Exactly.
If you could have unlimited life span, would you take it? You live forever.
I think eventually I'll just get tired.
I imagine, and everyone you love will be gone.
Yeah, and then you just got to start all over again.
But they'll still be gone. They'll be gone.
You got to get her pregnant, raise the babies.
Right. Although all the mistakes you've made, you can remedy it with your next incarnation, right?
Yeah. I would start doing silly stuff like trying to make myself a super baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would have got Serena Williams pregnant. What's the big tall girl too?
The big tall girl.
K-Rich, but
Paige Beckers?
No. She got kicked out of the WNBA because she always getting in trouble from Australia team, got in fights and stuff like that. She's a supermodel now. She's dating somebody.
Not familiar with her work.
She's dating Kevin Durant.
I don't know.
Cambridge. She's like 6'10".
6'10".
She like do supermodel stuff.
She got kicked out of the WNBA?
Well, she quit. She's making more money playing, and then she got kicked off the Australian team.
Oh.
But she's black. Or she looks black. She has melanin in her skin. And she got it hard fouls. She can't, and then she quit, but she a supermodel, so she make all this money. She heavy too. Cambridge, Liz.
I don't know.
Yeah, Liz Cambridge.
Okay, 6'10" is a.
You don't know what she looked like?
No, I have no idea.
6'9". I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. You're with
but she not.
reason.
But she looks like a woman, like Brittany Griner, kind of like.
Right.
No, Brittany Griner, like
right.
like rough, right? She's like a supermodel.
Isn't there like a button I press that it says Bart is saying stuff he shouldn't be saying?
No, Brittany Griner has a wife.
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
No, because what I'm saying is the other girl is married to a woman. She's dating Kevin Durant, so clearly she's in her femininity. You know what I'm saying? I would have a baby. Can you imagine if her and Kevin Durant has a baby?
Could be a super athletic baby, huh?
Man, if your daddy's 6'11" and your mama's 6'9", you know what I'm saying? What does that make?
Probably a very tall child, I would guess.
Make a superhuman.
Yeah, a very, very tall child. I'm looking for where's the page of Bart and Carlin? I don't see it.
They haven't. Listen,
do
everybody.
you guys not have a page of sound on this show? Oh, there it is. Bart and Carlin, new. Is that what you put it in? Bart and Carlin news, right?
You like trees?
Yeah, it's there.
I'm a big fan of trees. Yes.
You like to climb trees?
No, I'm a 53-year-old man.
Look at that.
That's a very tall woman.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I body slam her ass. You know
How does this happen? How do you
very quickly?
So if you here's what I gather from working this show in addition to my show. She's got long legs.
She's 6'9".
If you played a professional sport at any point in your life, you could say whatever the hell you want on these airwaves.
Pretty much.
That's what I gather from this.
Pretty much. It's not your first rodeo.
I'm told. You said 11:07. I'm told that Graca is minutes away now. Within 5 minutes, he will hopefully, possibly, probably, maybe, somehow be here.
Wow.
Maybe.
Do we go to break before he walks in?
What time do we go to break?
About 20.
No, he'll be here before that. I do believe. I think. I hope. I don't even know. Bart. It's a very tall woman. I'm not arguing with you. Very tall woman. Ruben Bain, they did all his measurements at the combine.
How long is the arms?
What do you want? What are you looking for in an arm?
30. What did it say? 31 is short. What did Will Campbell have? Whatever Will Campbell doesn't have, that's what I want.
You're not gonna be happy with this. Ruben Bain's arms measured at 30 7/8.
Wow.
Is that legitimately a problem?
He's a T-Rex.
Yeah. So but is this a problem? Like, do you look at this as I don't love him in the NFL because he has short baby arms?
Some people would say that.
Yeah? Would you?
Did I ever tell you the story when I got in a fight with Jones Drew?
No. He's a small guy.
Yeah, so like me and Jones Drew, it was like, typical before halftime. Right? Like typical before halftime, like they just running the ball out, and we all know, and you just tackle and you go into halftime. Balls at the 50-yard line. So I tackle him, and like I guess he got upset that I wasn't getting up fast as he thought I should get up or something like that.
Well, because they were trying to rush to get in.
No, the half was over.
Oh, so half's done.
Yeah, but I tackled him right now. I got to get up, but you got to wait for me to get up, then you can get up. But I guess he felt like I wasn't getting up fast enough.
Okay.
So so he tried to hunch me up real quick, and I got pissed. So then I grabbed his wrist and pinned him down to the ground, right? And you have any children?
I got 2.
Okay. Remember when your kid was like 2-3 months and you put their arms above their head and it was fully stretched, but their arm barely came past their head?
Yeah.
That's how Jones Drew arms was a grown person. And it shocked me because, like, when I pinned it down, I expected, like, me to have to go past his head, you know what I mean, because it's way up there. But I didn't have to move. And I'm like, I was perplexed. I say, oh, crap. He's a little person. But I used the other word.
Look who it is.
I'm a hero.
Oh, look who it is. Oh, Dan
Hannah
Graca you're just missing a story about how Bart pummeled Maurice Jones-Drew.
So I said, oh, crap, he's a little person. And but I said that at that time.
Take a moment.
At that time, it was
Get
still.
your bearings.
At that time, it was still.
Don't say that.
It was you could say the other word,
okay.
the L word, because that's the word you said, right? Because that's usually what it was. And so I'd never like seen somebody. You know how like he's like a little piece of dynamite. He got so mad, and so he starts shaking on the ground, and it's like Hulk Hogan when you're trying to hold him down, but you can't hold him. You know he's coming up, and he hunched me off of him, and we got in a big fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got in a big fight.
Did others get involved in the fight?
Yeah, Chris Jenkins came and punched his lineman in the face. Put it like this. We got so many penalty yards that they were kicking off coming out the half.
From your side of the
They kicked off from R40.
Really?
Swear to God.
Well, wouldn't you do an onside kick then?
I don't know what. They stupid. That was the game that Jones Drew famously like took the knee right before going into the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
And we tried to pull him in there so that he can score so we can have a chance. Yeah. They kicked off from R40. That's how many penalty yards. It went through the uprights.
I'm sure it did. I think they should have probably
back in the
outside
kick. Yeah, I
kick,
think back in the day, we used to kick from the 30. So we had 30 yards of penalties.
Wow. That's something. Stories I didn't realize I needed.
Yeah.
I got. I'm going to go home.
Jones Drew, short arms.
Very little person.
Yeah, man. Get home. Take the tip jar.
I'm not taking the tip
Take the tip jar.
I know.
I want you to go home. What's your favorite? You should go get you a chicken parm.
A chicken parm? Look at this. He's
Take it.
He's throwing money at me. I mean, who am I? Who am I to say no?
Go get a chicken parm.
Oh, okay. I could buy everybody a chicken parm. All right, I'm going to go.
Buy the house a chicken parm. Thank you so much for being gracious.
Absolutely.
And,
anything for you guys. And for Graca and for you and for John and for everybody here at the station. Because you know what? The show goes on. That's what I say. The show goes on.
This is not this station is not Roscoe Jenkins. It is not team of me. It's team of us.
That's right. And I would do what I need to help the station. Plus, I got 2 comp days. So that's
I would have left. I would have left.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah. No, you wouldn't. All right. Let's break. On the other side, there'll be a new host in this chair. You may have heard of him. His name is Dan Graca, a man who enjoys a good long drive. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 with Rick right here on ESPN New York.
I'm a hero.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This is Don, Han, and Rosenberg.
What are the Knicks? I need other people to tell me what they see.
What they continue to prove to you in a big spot is they're not a championship team. Now, they may take advantage of Indiana and Boston's situation with their injured players, but they don't play consistent enough for me to believe this team can win a championship. They just don't.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
March is here, and the madness is underway. Schweppes offers above-the-rim refreshment and is proud to sponsor the Big East Conference. Take a break from the action with a Schweppes Seltzer. Enjoy 7 refreshing flavors, such as black cherry, lemon lime, cranberry lime, and strawberry mango. Each Schweppes Seltzer flavor provides a perfect touch for any occasion. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your everyday refreshment. Stop by your local food bazaar to get your favorite Schweppes Seltzer for a slam dunk experience.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S Select Sport all-wheel drive for $209 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM105852. MSRP $29,530. Zero security deposit ends 3/2/26.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering 25% off windows and doors and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends February 28th, 2026.
All right, we'll try this again. The DeLorean's in the shop, so we can't do a little Back to the Future and go back to the beginning, so we're just going to pick up and proceed en route to 1 o'clock. But it is B and G in for B and C. Thanks again to Dave Rothenberg. And I'd love to be able to sit here and give you an honest explanation as to why the hell it took me 4 hours to get across the Hudson River today and to get into the city. I have no freaking idea, but I apologize to you.
No.
You know, because you had to sit here and you were expected to work with me, and then Dave had to stay, and I apologize to him and everybody else. And to, you know, like I said, as long as there's some things there's no explanation for, and this is one of them. There were no explosions. Thankfully, there were no, 20-car pileups. There were no limbs or heads on the side of the road, fires, explosions, acts of God, nothing. I just sat and parked for 2 hours. I can't explain it. And then by the time I finally got in, it took me 4 hours door to door. But we're here and we're going to have some fun. How about that?
Well, you did what responsible adults do. You made your boss aware way earlier than would be normal. It's not like you call in 10 minutes before the show starts. Like, hey, man, I'm in traffic. You called 2 hours before. It's okay.
I called Ray Deanahan. My first call was at 8:30 this morning. I called Ray at 8:30 explaining, there might be a little bit of an issue here.
Yeah. You gotta learn how to do the illegal stuff. Me, I'm an illegal king. I would have rode the rail. I would have went backwards on the freeway.
Oh, that's an option. Don't get me wrong. But again, like today, it wasn't an option because I was in the left lane. It's 2 lanes. You got dividers. I'm boxed in with trucks, and I was in park. We were all in park. There was nowhere to go. But anyway, nobody wants to hear about that stuff. We did, though, have a little bit of breaking news before the show started.
Right before the show started.
Right before the show started. It's almost like the football gods knew, you know what, the guys are going on the air. They need something to talk about here, something fresh.
Throw them a bone.
And we got a Jets trade. We talked about it a little bit while I was in the car, and I called in, and we were having some fun here. Look, I think the message that it sends is that they are not done in any way, shape, or form making over this roster. And it's hard to say that nobody's safe, but, you know, a guy like Jermaine Johnson, who, as of last year, according to him, was given every indication he was going to be back on this team next year, and now he's playing in Tennessee.
I mean, but if Robert Saleh doesn't get a head coaching job, nobody in their right mind is going to trade for a guy that's coming off of an injury that had 3 sacks coming off of an Achilles injury going into the final year of his rookie deal. So now, you know, what I would expect Tennessee to do is to pick up his 5th-year option immediately. That's something they would do to lock it down and then give him an opportunity, a chance to prove it, and then decide if they want to give him a new deal or a long-term deal. Gives him basically a year to figure it out. Because did the Jets pick up his option?
Not officially, no.
Right, so they didn't. Well, if they didn't pick it up, did they? But yeah, not official at all. So they didn't pick up his option, so he knew he was probably a lame duck guy. He was on a prove-it deal. So he goes to a place where he has more equity because he had 7.5 sacks with Robert Saleh his second year as a pro. You know, so, I mean, just think if they lose Brees. Like, Garrett Wilson be the only person left off of this.
And those top
that draft class that we thought was going to change the
culture for the franchise.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Look, I know that fans, you know, whenever you get rid of popular players, good players.
Was he popular, though? Was he productive? Last 2 years, 3 sacks.
No. Well, that's the thing, and that's the point I was getting to. But he was popular amongst the fan base. Okay? Like
he's a popular name.
Popular name, whatever. But the bottom line is, I know you may grow attached to certain players, and we just went through this with the Mets, right? The Mets got rid of a lot of homegrown players, players that were popular. At the end of the day, when you don't win, everybody's got a price.
Yeah, and especially when
everybody's got a price.
Especially when you're somebody else's draft pick.
Even more so.
And like we were talking about before, something seemed off with Jermaine Johnson when he spoke to the media about the team. So maybe he's a guy that, you know, wasn't all the way on board and wasn't, you know, selling the culture that Aaron Glenn wanted to sell.
Something, and look, let me just say this, okay? I like Jermaine a lot personally. He was always good to me. He was very accommodating. I liked him a lot. But to your point, and I just told you this actually before we got on the air, like something was amiss last year with him. And I know that losing and the rough season that the team had is going to take its toll on a lot of players. I'm sure that he was disappointed in his own personal performance, right? Because he was coming off of the Achilles. Every athlete, you know this, coming back from injury, you just want to pick up right where you left off. And I'm sure that he was probably growing frustrated at that he wasn't able to produce like he had hoped, the team had hoped. And maybe some of that was him trying to get acclimated to a new system, get adjusted, coupled with the injury. You don't know. But something was a little bit awry for him last year. And then maybe the organization realized that and said, you know what, maybe he could benefit from a fresh start. We can benefit from a fresh start. But it doesn't change the fact that, okay, he's gone now. And as we talked about on the phone, if the Jets are going to play primarily a 3-4 scheme, and this guy that you just got from Tennessee in Sweat is going to be used as, let's say, a 5 technique, okay, you really don't have a legitimate, let's say, go get the quarterback guy on this roster. You better go start finding them.
Not one that can do both.
Exactly.
You know, you got Will McDonald, but you get nervous with him being able to set the edge on the run and be consistent that way.
Exactly.
So to be able to get somebody that can – and this is the thing. Like, you have – this is what I love about sports. It's so many ways to get to the same destination with different paths and different routes. And some get there at the same time, but they just may take a different way. Some may go over, some may go under, some may go around left, some may go right. You know, and that's the beauty of it, right? So now they have a void at pass rusher. And the first thing I do is I start thinking about who does Aaron Glenn have ties to? I'm still thinking about Angeloni.
But that's not a pass rusher.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that means you go get the pass rusher because now we were talking about Arvell Reese. If you think you can go get the linebacker from somewhere else, then you have the linebacker that you want that's going to come. Aaron Glenn has to get somebody that knows him, that can sell his culture, and that he already has sweat equity with.
And they didn't do that last year. Which was odd.
Not one player.
Not a one. And we were kind of confused. Like, well, wait a sec. Anytime, think about it. When Rex came over, he brought you. He brought Jim Leonard. He brought Marcus Douglas. Trevor Price eventually came over. But, and that takes me back to those defenses. Okay, you guys were pretty stout up front. And I know that Sean Ellis was a guy who was, by that time he was a graybeard. He was already 10 years into the league. But he still found a way playing that technique on the line to go get after the quarterback. But you had guys coming off the edge. Calvin Pace of the world.
Calvin wasn't a pass rusher. He was a blitzer.
And
so, we didn't have any pure go get the quarterback pass rushers. We got there by blitzing and movement, right? We got there. Sean Ellis and them got there. That was because line stunts and Sean Ellis would just win 1-on-1, right? Trevor Price would win 1-on-1. Jason Taylor would win 1-on-1, right? But Calvin Pace and so I played in a system with guys that wasn't natural pass rushers, and I played with the system with, of course, Terrell Suggs and Adelius Thomas, who. Adelius was more like Calvin. He was a blitzer.
Right.
Wasn't a pass rush guy. He was a guy that could stunt, do you games, me games.
And they used him differently in New England when he got there, too.
No, they made him a middle linebacker, which is stupid. Right. He's never played middle linebacker in his life. But so I've been in this system where we got there because we had a pure pass rush in Terrell Suggs and Trevor Price, and then we got there here and we were still equally dominant, but we didn't have pass rushers. We had I think Calvin. Most total he ever had was like maybe 10 sacks.
Yeah, if that. He wasn't necessarily.
And Brian Thomas was like the guy that you brought in to stop the run and set the edge.
Well, Brian Thomas was drafted when they played a 4-3. They were playing the Tampa 2 with Herm, and he was a hand in the dirt guy. And then when Rex got there, they made him a stand-up friggin', more of a run-stop guy.
The funny story about Brian Thomas is they picked him before picking Ed Reed.
Yes. Oh, remember that quite well. Here's Jermaine on Twitter. This is as of 11 minutes ago. New York, thank you for everything, truly. The love I've been shown here for the past 4 or 5 years has been nothing short of amazing, both on and off the field. Y'all will always hold a special place in my heart. Wish all of my former coaches and former teammates the best. Thank all of y'all for sharing a battlefield with me, 11 out. And then he did the emoji.
Yeah, he had a lot of juice. It's funny. Who's the guy, the nickel that they got from Tennessee? It sounds like Tennessee is
Jarvis Brownlee.
Yeah, Tennessee's starting to become a spot where, a feeding ground for the Jets. And now with Robert Saleh there, they get something back.
And Sweat, by the way, teammate at Texas of Adonai Mitchell, both part of that 24 draft class, right? If I'm not mistaken. 24 with Mitchell.
He's only 2 years in.
That's what I'm saying. So, and Mitchell's only 2 years in, right? He was part of 24. Yeah.
So what I do like is the young players that they have control over them for a while.
Correct. And that's a big part of it.
And so, you got to think. So it lets me wonder, how does Sweat not fit in their system?
Oh, he totally does.
No, I'm talking about in Tennessee.
Oh, in Tennessee? Because
they didn't have maybe any outside pass rushers. They probably look at him and Simmons inside.
Yeah.
And they're going to run that 4-man pass rush, 3 linebacker type of system.
Saleh likes smallish defensive linemen. Fair? He drafted Will. Will was his pick. Will McDonald was Saleh's pick. Saleh thought that Will McDonald was the best pass rusher in that draft, and that's why they took him. When, Joe tried to trade up and get Jahmyr Gibbs, and then when Jahmyr Gibbs was off the table, they ended up taking Will McDonald.
I don't think he's wrong. I think Will McDonald was one of the purest pass rushers. If all he had to do was rush the passer, he'd get you 13. But the problem is the Jets is never ahead to get him those type of he's a pure pass rusher, much better than Jermaine Johnson as far as the skill set. Now, was he a better all-around football player than Jermaine? No. But pass rusher, he's a specialist in my opinion.
Think about this now. In just a couple of years, all right, let's say like the Aaron Rodgers year, whatever, 23, okay? What does defense look like on paper and what we kind of perceive the defense to be like, all 3 levels of the defense and the quote-unquote impact-type players.
Yeah.
You had Quinnen Williams. You had Jermaine Johnson. You had, you drafted Will McDonald. Anybody else I'm missing on that defensive line that was here?
That was here before?
Yeah.
You mentioned Quinnen, right?
Quinnen, right. Second layer of the defense, you had C.J. Mosley. You had Quincy, who was playing at an all-pro level.
I wouldn't be surprised if he signed Quincy, too.
He could go there easily, or in Atlanta. So that's 5. Then you get to the secondary. Sauce was still at the top of his game. You still had DJ Reed here. Michael Carter II was a darn good nickel. That's about 8 guys that you looked at as saying these are impact-type players on our defense, all 3 levels. How many of those guys that I just rattled off are going to be on this team next year?
I mean, the crazy part is Michael Carter didn't fit in this system because they like bigger nickels.
And do you know that Michael Carter, when he went to Philadelphia after that trade was made, he barely saw the field on defense.
Yeah.
Barely saw the field. He was essentially a special teamer, which is incredible.
Big Fangio.
So, I mean, things could change in a hurry, as we know in the NFL. And, the excuses you can always fall back to, even though you might have ties to certain guys or you might feel a certain way about them, you're not winning games. And what did this group kind of peak at? They still only peaked at 7 wins. And you could point to, well, this guy got hurt, that guy got hurt. Bottom line is you're not getting the results. And this group, this coaching staff, this regime, they know they got to win some games this year. And they're going to find guys that come in here and fit a system and feel that they could be the most effective at trying to get some results. And we'll see what happens. Let's get some calls up here at 800-919-3776. We say hi to Edgar. He's in Bloomingdale. He's up next here on ESPN New York. Edgar, how are you?
Hey, Gert.
How you doing? How you doing, boys? What's up, Bart? You showed up, man. Good shit. Oops, I cursed. Sorry.
Thanks. Now we got to dump it, Edgar. Nah, that was an honest mistake. I don't think we have to get rid of him. Is that what happens automatically when you dump something like the caller gets disconnected?
I don't think you should. I think
that's the first thing we're always going to reach for is we have to hit the dump, and then we dump the call.
Yeah, but see, that was an innocent mistake, I think. I don't think that he came on to fan the flames. I think it was just, he got caught up in the moment.
Yeah, they get into the podcast world with us.
I'll tell you what. If we think it was an innocent mistake, I'll be a saint. If Edgar calls back in, I will put him back.
And then if he messes up again, then he's out for good.
He's banned for life.
Exactly. He's banned for life. But now to your point, though, okay, now you have an even more glaring hole to go find some edge pass rushing.
But that's
help.
fine, though, because now I have a draft pick. I can go do that there. Listen, I would be ecstatic if they took that 16th pick and got a guy like Lemon, you know what I mean, or got somebody like even
the wide receiver is what you're saying.
Yeah, or if in the second round if they got Cooper, I think you need to get a big receiver to complement, and I would sign Isaiah Likely. So then I got
You got 3 tight ends then.
Yeah, right. Because Mason Taylor is going to learn you got to have 2 tight ends now. And that's why I support the Jets going to a 3-4 because everybody's going with these 2-3, going with these 2 or 3 tight end sets. I want a heavier line. You know what I mean? I want to be able to put 2 defensive tackles on the field and a defensive end, and then have 2 outside linebackers out there to fill it up. But I definitely would go like Isaiah Likely, for sure.
They're going to spend a lot of money on defense in free agency.
Right, but
they're going to spend a lot of money.
But Isaiah Likely isn't going to cost you that much money.
He's coming off of a down year, that's why.
Right. So I wouldn't let Kansas City get him, or I wouldn't let the Giants get him. So I'm gonna pay. So I'm looking at like the on the sheet about what's available. People are projecting maybe 3 years, $42 million for Isaiah Likely.
3 for 42?
Yeah, he's 26 years old. 14 a year.
It's not terrible.
Yeah,
you're buying high, obviously.
Right. I mean, they got Kyle Pitts at 4 for 70.
You think Kyle Pitts is going to get a contract, or is he going to get franchised? Because I think Atlanta could franchise him.
He got franchised. I think Atlanta has a lot of stuff to clean up there. Right? They got to get rid of the Kirk Cousins money and eat that maybe.
Right, because there's dead money on that.
Right. They got to figure out what they're going to do with Drake London. He's going to be eligible for an extension. Bijan's going to be right behind him in a minute. They got to wait and try and get some of this hard money off their cap. Right? But you got Noah Fant, who, at this point he's just a guy. David Njoku might be somebody that you bring here as a veteran guy that can move the sticks. But I like Isaiah Likely because he's young. He's somebody that can grow with somebody. And then you can draft a receiver. You still got Ionai Mitchell. You still got Mechie for a couple of years before you have to make a decision on them. I would love to see them draft with 16, maybe draft a guy.
I think David Njoku is a better fit for the Giants, if you ask me.
Maybe. And I mean,
Harbaugh knows him from that
Harbaugh
division.
knows him well, right? Harbaugh, but they might bring Charlie Collier over here, who's a blocking guy, right? He's one of the best blocking guys for their run game. He's available too. He's 27. He's people are projecting him at $7 million a year, 3 for 21.
Depending on what you think you're getting out of your other tight ends, right? I mean, like, is Theo Johnson a guy that you believe in? It's like, okay,
I think people think Theo Johnson can be a really, really good.
He's a
tight
one.
end. Right. So you want to have him out there. You want to have a blocking tight end. So Collier, I mean, he was blocking his ass off with Baltimore, and he would sneaky get some receiving yards too. So, but what I'm saying is the Jets have just created flexibility. They became a lot cheaper and a lot younger, and so that's kind of where I'm at with it. And so I don't mind the move at all. I thought it was predictable, but now this just means to tell me that with two, if I'm the Jets, unless you think you're going to make Arvell Reese, one of those guys, make Arvell Reese a.
If you're taking him to, you think he's Micah Parsons.
Right.
Because this was Micah Parsons in college his last year at Penn State. His numbers didn't jump off the page.
Right. He only had 6 sacks.
And then he gets to the NFL, and they said,
linebacker.
Go out and kill somebody. And that's what he's done. You know what I'm saying? So, look, whether it's Reese, whether it's David Bailey, I don't know if Bain is a guy that you're taking second overall.
I'm telling you, I wonder how much these little arms is going to make him fall, because what happens if he falls all the way to 16?
Just like with a little arm.
The T-Rex. They got him at 30.
30?
Oh, you didn't hear.
No, 30 what?
They just measured him. 30.
Oh, I thought you meant like 30th in like a mock draft, like
no,
30th.
30th arms. I bet you my arms are probably like 32, 33.
You know what? You can measure all you want. The tape don't lie.
I understand that.
Those arms are doing them okay on the field.
Yeah, but when Trent Williams put them paws on, you can't even get to Trent's body because your arm's too short.
Well, Trent Williams might be on a new team, when you hear all this stuff going on now, because they don't want to pay him.
But you talk about these elite long tackles. If he can't get to him, all he can do is try and get under him.
Well, he ain't
gonna have T-Rex arms.
He ain't gonna have any problems with Will Campbell up in New England twice a year.
That'd be funny. Talk about an inside fight.
Like slapping each other like this.
All uppercuts. Wax on, wax off.
Oh, my gosh. See Don Hahn and Rosenberg live from the Irish Exit at Moynihan Train Hall. That's Friday, March 13th. For the semifinal round of the Big East tournament, stop by before heading into the Garden or before your commute home. Don Hahn and Rosenberg live from the Irish Exit at Moynihan Train Hall starting at 3 p.m. Friday, March 13th, just steps away from Madison Square Garden and Penn Station. It's brought to you by Schweppes Above the Rim Refreshment. Feel the madness and refresh your game with a Schweppes Seltzer or Schweppes Ginger Ale. Sam Adams and Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Available at Avenida. And the Rutherford must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly. 800-919-3776. It is Dan and Bart on this Thursday here on ESPN New York.
Ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think's going to go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. So if you want to go to the NBA Finals, all you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry for Profit Boost token. Often required. Must apply Profit Boost token on select market. Restrictions do apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Right now, Brazilian beef tenderloin is only $10 a pound, and Atlantic salmon portions are just $9.98 a pound. That's incredible value on premium cuts. Plus, Wild Fork offers over 450 meat and seafood options, all blast frozen to lock in freshness and flavor. Visit one of their 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey or get same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com.
It starts with the first early morning, the uniform, the training, the challenge. Every trooper remembers day one at the academy. But where they end up, no two stories are the same. At the New York State Police, the path you take is up to you. If you're ready for a career with endless opportunities for growth, start here. Go anywhere. Apply today at joinstatepolice.ny.gov.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be. And that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament. And then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner.
If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you.
No, you don't. You want all the shine.
No, I don't. Call whatever you want.
Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. To sign up and register to play, go to the ESPN New York app and click on the Rickleball tile.
All right, it's time for Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it is Tully time. We got a lot going on today. All right, at 1 o'clock, Mets and Astros. Coverage begins right here on 880 ESPN, starting at 1 o'clock. Mets are on our air today? Is that accurate? Even so we have a road game? Because they're on, that's not at Port St. Lucie, I think.
That's correct.
Interesting. That's Nolan McLean's first spring training appearance. So that's big stuff. So we got that. Yankees are going to host the Braves at 1 o'clock. Tonight, hockey. Islanders travel north to face the Canadiens at 7. The Devils playing the tail end of a back-to-back. They are in Pittsburgh to play the Penguins. Nets will host Wemby and the Spurs. And the Rangers are going to be at MSG to take on the Flyers, their first game back from the Olympic break. Our coverage begins right here on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app starting at 7:30. I'll have the Yo-Yo Show from 7 to 7:30, and then the pregame for you. That is Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Real quick, because talking about the Spurs and, they're playing the Nets tonight. Spurs are going to be here on Sunday to play the Knicks or they're going to be at the Garden Sunday afternoon.
They play the Nets, right?
Play the Nets tonight.
So they get a JV game where they kind of Wemby going what? Leo, Wemby plays 18 minutes.
He'll play 18 minutes, get 60 points, 25 rebounds, and 15 block shots.
That might be a record if that happens.
Yeah, they had the comeback yesterday.
I know.
No. Who else? Who had that crazy? Only a couple minutes, but had a bunch of points. Like
Your game was weird too.
Yeah, the Pistons. Was that Derwin? No. It was somebody. It could have been the Williams guy, man, because that's where he hit like 6 threes. Jalen Williams. That was crazy. Like, bro, why y'all keep rotating off this dude? All his threes were from the top of the key, too. Straight ball, corner pocket.
Still a good. You know what? I know that they were missing guys. Still take the win, though. It's still a good win.
No, but the thing is, they were right there to blow them out, and they kept letting them come back because they've just been stupid, man.
Well, you guys were down a dozen after the first quarter.
Yeah, playing around.
You have to wake up. Because you see the guys that they're trotting out on the court, and you're saying to yourself, "Man, we got this. We got this."
Nah, man, they got the cat they got from Philly. Like, how you keep letting this team get these good
Jared McCain?
Yeah, how you keep letting these dudes ball out like that, man? And they gonna mess around and draft somebody in the top 5.
Probably. Because they still have 900 million draft choices.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable. But so think about it, like, because Chris and I were talking about it yesterday with, there's only going to be like a handful of games the rest of the season that for the Knicks, they're quote unquote, you evaluate them games. San Antonio's one of them on Sunday.
Well, yeah.
Spurs, think about it. They got a light workout tonight. They're going to be in the city here already for the next 2 days, like waiting. They're going to be well rested for 3 days before they got to play that 1 o'clock game on Sunday.
They basically got a scrimmage.
Yeah.
They had a shoot around tonight, you know what I'm saying, with the Nets.
And then a couple of days off, so it's not like they're traveling. It's not the tail end of a back-to-back or anything like that. So Knicks better come ready because that's one of the games. You want to see them play well.
Because Cleveland's on their ass now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You look at the fact that, Boston is above them now. So that's
Boston lost last night, as a matter of fact, out in Denver.
Yeah, okay. So what's the record?
Yeah, but that's a tough game. I mean,
but I'm saying, what's the record, though?
Boston's game and a half up on the Knicks.
Okay, so the Knicks are third.
Mm-hmm.
And Cleveland's right behind that ass.
Cleveland's only a half game back of that ass, yeah.
Right, so they can lose to the Spurs, and they're going to be in 4th place, which is where they want to avoid because that gets them the Pistons
100%.
the second round.
If you're the Knicks, the goal right now is you want to be 2, you want to be 3, not 4. And didn't we have it feels like we had this conversation last year, didn't we?
Yeah. No, remember we were saying they should have finished 4th to avoid Boston. But they wanted to smoke with Boston, and they got to smoke with Boston.
Even though Boston wasn't the 1 seed last year, that was still the team that you wanted to avoid. And that's why I was like, oh, yeah, you're okay finishing 4th because then you would have played Cleveland in the second round. And it turns out Indiana took care of Cleveland in round number 2 for you. 800 – go ahead.
Last year, the people that you were worried about was Boston and Cleveland and the Pacers. This year – the same thing. 3 teams, just different teams. Pistons, Cleveland, Boston.
And remember all summer we talked about who's that one team, like last year was Cleveland, that came out of nowhere that nobody thought was going to be a factor.
Yeah.
This year it's you guys.
Yeah.
Nobody expected them to have the best record in the NBA.
Expect them to be very, very good because of what they look like in the playoffs.
Right. But not this good.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what your record is? I talked about this last week when they played him.
Against good teams?
Against good teams.
Like 19 and 7?
19 and 7. That's the best in the NBA. And that's what tells me that to me is a gauge to where, like, okay, are you going to be able to carry this over to the playoffs? Yeah, if that's your record against good teams, because you're only playing good teams in the playoffs. Like that, like they're you don't got to convince me.
Yeah.
You don't got to convince, like, I'm all in when it comes to the Pistons. I'm all in. Avoid them at all costs.
Like the plague.
Now you better go.
Now this is the thing. Like,
now you better go out there and take care of business.
Cat, this is an opportunity. Cat needs to put that body weight, lean up on Cat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Cat needs to lean up on him. Use that body weight. You know what I'm saying? You see how Derwin used it.
Who are we talking about now? Cat on who?
On Wemby.
Oh,
right. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be one of those games. Like, because Wemby only had like 18 points last night.
Wemby's like a lamppost, though, compared to Cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Cat is tall. Cat is what, 7 foot?
7 foot.
7 foot. So, like, yeah, he's taller than you, but you're so much bigger than him. That's why we want to see you be a goon. Like, be a goon against him. You shouldn't be getting punked by Slender Man. Like, you should be, like, putting your shoulder into his chest and create movement. You see how, like, yesterday, how Duran went just, like, he just makes him bounce off of him with his size?
He's a specimen.
But the thing is, Cat is just as big as him.
He's
and
not
taller.
coordinated.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I know. But
He's
we're
not
talking
coordinated.
about
He's three-point champion.
coordinated though, like athletically. Like he drives the paint. You're sitting there and you're like, what is he? Like he's just like flailing.
But you know
all
what I'm
over the
saying?
place.
Cat has wide shoulders. He walks slooped over. He probably like 7'1", but he don't stand up straight.
Bad posture.
Yeah.
Don't slouch in your chair. Like
right.
one of those
But
guys.
that's what I'm saying. Why doesn't he use his size the way Duran uses his size?
Because he plays almost like a guard. His skill set is more like a guard. Like we talk about this all the time. Like we know that he's big, but he's not just going to be a back-to-the-basket low-post player. That's not his game. You know, like Anthony Davis has more low-post in him than Karl Anthony Towns does. But Anthony Davis also has skills of a guard to where he could step outside and pop because that's what he's done. That's what's made Cat unique and gifted and gotten him to this point in his basketball career.
When you talk about top centers in the league, you can't say Cat's not top 5.
You consider him a center, though?
Yeah.
To me, I look at him and I must say
he's not the same as Bam Adebayo. He's not Bam Adebayo.
No, they have different skill sets. Bam's not that type of he doesn't have an outside presence.
But Bam is more of a finesse guy.
I still consider Bam to be more of a paint player than
Bam's like
Cat.
Nas Reed.
Nas Reed from Roselle Catholic, by the way. Shout out.
You understand? Like, so, like, honestly, who are the centers that's better than Cat? We got Jokic. I don't think Şengün's better than him yet.
Alperin.
Wemby. And Wemby feels like a
Wemby doesn't feel like
he
a
feels
center.
He feels like a 4 to me, but he's
Right.
because he's the tallest guy, he's gonna play center. Right? Embiid when healthy, maybe. That's what I'm saying. You see my point?
But think about it. The center position is almost becoming extinct.
Is
in
he
the
better?
NBA.
Is he better than Zubas?
Yes. You're talking about Cat?
Yeah,
of course.
Okay, DeAndre Ayton,
of course.
Porzingis.
He never plays.
Porzingis.
He never plays.
Duran.
Yeah.
So if we saying he's top 3, top 2 center, when he's gonna start acting?
If you consider, and I don't know, maybe call me whatever. I don't consider him a center, but if you want to just like attach that to him, yeah, I would say the only guy definitively that's better than him is Jokic. The only guy.
Nas Reed?
No.
Rudy Gobert?
No.
Larry Markkinen?
No. By the way, did you see that? Speaking of Lauri Markkinen, did you see
Chet Holmgren?
That report when I was not moving for 2 hours this morning? I'm like scrolling, looking at news and stuff. The NBA is going to hire like an independent doctor, or they hired an independent doctor. One of them had the report to go examine, was it Markkinen or whatever, to come see just how messed up he is in Utah, like to examine his hips and his back or something like that.
Are they going to do that for the guy that had the growth on his knee?
Well, Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
They might as well, but you know what? Here's the problem with that, though. If you do that for one team and one player, you might as well just make a list, because I think you could go to any organization in the league and start fiddling around and seeing what they got. Yep. That's why that sets a dangerous precedent, and I'm really curious to see if it even follows suit. So you do one, you could do a bunch.
Yeah. Cat better than Wagner?
Oh, yeah. Dude, we're talking about a guy who's an all-NBA player. Top 15 player in the NBA. On his good day, top 15, top 20. Right?
So I want to see if he rises up to the occasion.
But you better.
I want to see if he rises up to the occasion on Wemby. I want to see, does he come out aggressive? Does he come out trying to prove a point? Does he come out and get him in foul trouble?
You know, if I'm Wemby, you know what I'm doing? I'm pulling him away from the basket.
No, that's where he wants to be.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm pulling him away from the basket, and then I'll beat him off the dribble if I got to go to the hole, because Wemby could do that, and then get him in foul trouble. Because if you're the Knicks, you can't put OG on Wemby.
They might put Mitchell Robinson on him. The first time they played, Mitchell Robinson was on him. And then do they go with that lineup that's been effective with the double bigs?
But then how long could those guys stay out on the floor like without foul trouble? You know what I mean?
Well, if it's Mitchell Robinson, you would think Mitchell Robinson can move his feet out away from the basket.
He's got better foot speed than Cat does.
And he's taller. He had better time, and he won't. So it'd be interesting if I think they need to start using that lineup. double bigs and let Cat play the 4 because that's what he want to do anyway.
Especially if you're going up against a team that has certainly the big capabilities, and in that case with San Antonio coming up on Sunday.
But also Bridges. What you going to do against Castle? Castle's been getting busy, baby.
Bridges would be an ideal matchup just in terms of like body type and stuff like that, just for the defensive matchup.
Castle's been getting up in people's chests.
It's a good play. I mean, look, San Antonio.
He gave K some problems.
San Antonio. If you go by the the old Phil Jackson saying how he used to identify teams that are quote unquote championship contenders.
Yeah, the 42 thing.
40-20. You win 40 before you lose 20. There's only 3 teams in the NBA that fit that criteria. Your team, San Antonio, and
OKC.
So
I'm sorry, I forgot. Who's the first team?
That'd be your team.
Oh, okay.
That'd be your team.
Oh, okay.
All right, we got one more hour to play with. Boy, this is fun. Next time I'll show up when the show begins. We got to get to more of your calls. We got audio files. A lot to squeeze in over the next 60 before Michael takes over. It is Bart and Dan right here on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Thursday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. Reaction to the Jets trading Jermaine Johnson and CC Sabathia's number being retired by the Yankees. Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 2.5 S Select all-wheel drive for $219 for 33 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN466016. MSRP $32,010. Zero security deposit. APR $28.60 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 3/2/26.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
What are the Knicks? I need other people to tell me what they see.
What they continue to prove to you in a big spot is they're not a championship team. Now, they may take advantage of Indiana and Boston's situation with their injured players, but they don't play consistent enough for me to believe this team can win a championship. They just don't.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, hour number 3. We're moving on along on this Thursday. It is B and C. Today it's B and G. Bart and Graca at 800-919-3776. It's 12 o'clock. It is the third hour of the show. But Bart, why don't you tell us all what it really is?
It's the power hour.
That was a good one. That was a good. Did you hear Tom's attempt at a power hour yesterday? Tom, do we have that on file, please?
Oh, we do.
Yes.
It's the power hour. So you come out to you gotta know that you're going for a long time. So you can't just push out the first one. So it's the power hour. You just put all the oxygen out of your lungs.
Here's the thing.
I said you came out yesterday sounding like Mr. T, and then he was out of gas.
Yeah. I pity the fool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The fool.
And at that point, I had already been up since 2:45 in the morning because, like you on Get Up some days, I had to do the morning show. So at that point, I had barely broken open the Red Bull, and I completely ran out of energy by the time I got to that third hour.
Mm-hmm. It was a worthy attempt, but like you said, Tom, it wasn't necessarily like it was the execution more than anything else. I think like your intentions were pure.
Oh, of course.
But like you said, you were too eager, and then you kind of just like the tank was empty when you went for that like second throttle.
I got to rein it in a little bit. I got to keep the stamina up.
Got to keep the stamina, and you're going to keep the stamina up for us here in a little bit with the
Y'all didn't notice how many I did, right?
audio files. You did like at least 8.
No, I did 11, right?
It was 11?
That was for Jermaine Johnson.
See what he did there? That's why he is who he is. And for those that don't know why Bart referenced Jermaine Johnson, in case you're just joining us here, Jermaine Johnson is officially, once the start of the new league year hits in March, he will be an ex-Jet. Excommunicado. Jets sending Jermaine to the Tennessee Titans, according to multiple reports, for defensive tackle Tavondre Sweat. He is going into his third year, so a young, controllable player that probably is a little bit better fit for the scheme maybe than Jermaine Johnson appeared to be. We know Jermaine has familiarity with Robert Saleh's system over there, and that's where he's going to be playing for his next contract, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right?
At least no state taxes.
No state taxes in Tennessee. It's amazing. Rich Cimini just tweeted this out. Going back to 2015, okay? From 2015 to 2022, the Jets made 11 first-round draft picks. 8 of them have been traded.
But this is the thing with that. We're past that. They were good players. They didn't
not all
pick,
of them were.
What I'm saying is, for the most part, they didn't pick bad players, right? Sauce, good player. Quinnen, good player. Jermaine Johnson, good player, hurt. Vera Tucker, good player, just been hurt. You can't control that. But the talent evaluation was correct.
Most of them were good. Zach Wilson, bad pick.
Right. Okay.
Darren Lee, an abysmal pick for multiple reasons.
Okay.
Becton.
He was solid when he was here.
Unfortunately, his best days were when he left. But like you said, AVT, good player, just injury prone. Garrett Wilson, real deal. The other guys that you mentioned, good players.
Sauce, 2-time All-Pro.
Right. Leonard Williams, good player. Leonard Williams, good player. Unfortunately,
still a good player.
Still a good player. Super Bowl champion. Sam, could throw him in there. You know what I mean? He ultimately got to the top of the mountain. Just wish it was here. And that was a thing for a long time. Like you said, like, oh, they draft guys and they're never able to sign them to second contracts. And there's a wide array of circumstances of that. But the bottom line is, look, based upon what happened last year, you could have sat here and said, it might get better, it might not get better with Jermaine Johnson here. Just, from somebody who's around the team all the time, like something seemed a little off, and losing does that to you. He was coming back off of an injury, but I wish him well. He's a good dude.
It made sense, right?
It makes sense.
You're not going to give him $40 million a year or whatever that is for a pass rusher. Like, now you still have opportunity to go get a guy like Bradley Chubb who's sitting out there. Or it's a guy late in the draft that they decide to go with Zion Johnson from Missouri with that number 33 pick. You know what I mean?
Or how about a guy? How about a guy that we're not even talking about right now, who's under contract from another team, and we're not even discussing him because we don't think that he's available. But they might be working the phones or talking to the general managers in Indianapolis right now, and then we can find out next Tuesday. Jets trade for 3-time Pro Bowl defensive lineman, and we don't know who that guy is.
Oh,
right?
The Trey Henderson or somebody?
Well, no, Trey, you got to pay. And by the way, I don't think that's a good fit for this system.
No, he's more of an elephant in a 4-3 type of guy.
Exactly.
But, a guy like Zion Johnson, which nobody here I'm sure know about, when they do their breakdown from Missouri, he's an explosive player that you can get maybe in the second round. He may fall to the late first, second round type of draft pick right where the Jets would be sitting at. And then you can go out and address some major things with Bailey there. I still want a receiver.
So, yeah, that second pick in the draft right now, we don't know what's going to happen in free agency.
It's saying Bailey all day.
It's going to be
it's either Arvell Reese or Bailey.
Right, Arvell Reese, Bailey, and Bart and I were talking about the measurables. They did that today. Bain, short arms, David Bailey, longer, Texas Tech. They're going to have to decide who they think is a better fit for the scheme. It's as simple as that. Now, remember, here's one thing I got to look up. Who was the best player that he had in Detroit? That would be Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson is, he's 6'7", 268. But he is a
taller guy.
So you want not wide.
Yeah.
But he beats. I mean, he's got strength. I mean, he could push the pile.
I didn't realize he was 6'7".
I didn't know he was 6'7"
crazy
either.
Work.
But I mean, he's a guy. Do you think Aiden Hutchinson is a guy that you could play primarily 4-3, or do you think that he could slide in, play some 3-4 if you stand him up a little bit?
No, he would be the outside linebacker in the 3-4.
Right.
He would just be the elephant guy. He would be how we play Suggs. He would never drop. He would be the guy that blitzes off the edge all the time. He would be the will.
So in that case, when you think about, all right, guys who played in Aaron Glenn's defense who were really, really successful, and if you're talking about an edge, he's the top of the list.
Because Jermaine was tall. Jermaine was 6'5".
He was tall. It's just funny how fast things change in this league, and again, in professional sports in general. But when you're not winning, you have to find a combination that'll work for you, and you're going to move on from guys. I was telling Bart, like this past year in the locker room, they had Quinnen Williams and Jermaine Johnson's lockers right next to each other. And I remember one day vividly being in that room where both of those guys were talking about, we were laughing around and joking about like college. Because it was in September. Remember when Alabama got off to a bad start and we were thinking that Kalen DeBoer, he might not even make it to the end of the month. And so we were like ribbing Quinnen about that. And then Jermaine chimed in being a Florida State guy, but he started at Georgia. And it was cool because you saw a side of those guys because they were talking about like why they went to the colleges they went to and why they committed and so on and so forth. So we're having fun, but fast forward a few months later, they're both ex-Jets. Like that's how fast this thing can turn.
It's fluid.
It's fluid when you're not winning.
And when money comes involved, it's like, okay, how can we get the same productivity and start over again with money?
It's exactly what it is. And so they got a lot of money to work with, close to $80 million now in terms of salary cap space, and you got some primo draft capital that you could use to your advantage. All right, let's get some calls up here. 800-919-3776. David in Elizabeth going to start us off here in the Power Hour on ESPN New York. Dave, what's going on, my man?
What up, Graca? What's up, Bart?
What up, Joe?
Three jet guys about to talk some jet football. Let's do it, fellas.
Do it.
So look, not for nothing, I like Jermaine. I really wish he could have stood with the team. He came back off his injury. He was all right. He wasn't as productive as he should have been. But what I want to know, Bart and Dan, also the Sweat gentleman. Like, what am I looking at here? Is it something that's going to excite me when I see him on defense? Or is he a good pickup? Like, not for nothing, before you guys let me go, I want to give Muji his flowers. Muji keeps making decent and quality moves, helping the team. And not for nothing, if they were to cut ties with Glenn, I really hope they don't let Muji go, because he's definitely getting us to the promised land. Well, not the promised land, but just, definitely, doing what good GMs do.
I think if you're asking me right now, and I think I may have alluded to this yesterday, and thanks a lot for the phone call, I don't think they're a package deal. They may come off as a package deal right now, but let's face it, if this team goes 4-13 next year, I think if you're going to look to make a move, it's probably going to be more something from the coaching staff as opposed to the GM, right?
Yeah, I think he's definitely safe.
Because whether you like it or not, the trades that Muji made to get all this draft capital, these 1s and 2s over the next couple of years, that's probably worth more than the 3-14 record. At least initially in year one, right? I mean, it's like, okay, what'd you do from a coaching standpoint? What did you do from a front office team building standpoint? I think the front office probably has a little bit of a leg up there.
Yeah, especially with securing you 3 first-round draft picks for next year.
T'Vondre Sweat, by the way, 6'4", 366. It's a lot of cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
But that's what you need. You need some beef there. But what struck me as surprising, and earlier in the show, I called into the show because I was in hellacious traffic this morning. But Bart told me, and I didn't really think about this, that you see him as maybe in this defense as a 5 technique.
Yeah. Like, I mean, when you can set the edge eternally, think J.J. Watt. How many tackles did you see J.J. Watt get in the backfield? Because if they're running that way, you're outside shade of the shoulder of the guard. He can't do anything but try and get in your way. He can't cut you off. You shouldn't be able to get cut off because you're on the outside shoulder. The tackle, they can try and double you, but then that frees up the defensive end. So, like, it's schematically, and just to give you guys an idea of what people think, looking online, it's saying Jets A-, Titans C.
Really?
Yep. So that's kind of like what the initial belief is. This is from Sports Illustrated.
couple of years ago, I didn't even realize that the ballot goes this deep, but T'Vondre Sweat, he finished 12th in the Defensive Rookie of the Year vote. I didn't realize the ballot went that far down, but nevertheless,
I didn't think it was 12 defensive rookies that was even eligible.
He got 1% of the vote. He got 5 voting points. I don't know how far down he went there, but that was when Jared Verse won the Defensive Rookie of the Year from the Rams after 24. Look, there's a theme with these players that the Jets have acquired under Darren Muji, and that is their first contract guys. You know, guys that they hope have some upside, that they don't have to pay just yet. And if they develop them and they produce well for them, then they have no problem paying them. Because then it looks like, hey, we got something, right? For guys that you know weren't going to be a part of your program moving forward. And then you're okay with that. You know, you could sleep well knowing, all right, this guy wasn't going to fit for us. At least now we got some people here that we could develop. And we'll see how that yields. Let's say hi to Subi in Midtown. He's next here on ESPN New York. Subi, good afternoon. How are you?
Yes, a couple of things to say. With Aaron Glenn making that superhero comment, is he setting himself up for failure if the defensive plays don't work out, even though the talent is there? And the second thing is that with Woody Johnson, even if he has a bad year, give him another year. And the third thing is that why don't you just move to Weehawken, Dan? The commute would be much easier, and also a young community. I don't know why you guys live so far away. Carlin lives far away, too. And I think Bart lives in Central Jersey, so why don't you guys just move to Weehawken?
I appreciate you looking out for my well-being. I really and truly do. Now, I'll get right on that, as a matter of fact, when I get home today.
He wants you in an exciting place, moving to shape. Matter of fact, why don't you just move next to Chris Canty down the street?
What is he getting, like 5% or whatever, if like I pack up and move to Weehawken or something like that?
He'll sell you some suitcases.
Yeah, some suitcases from the exotic luxury boutique that he has somewhere in the city. As far as the financials are concerned, real quick on this trade, Jets free up $11.7 million of salary cap space.
Look at that. So now they got $91 million.
Tennessee adds $12.6 million.
Added.
So Sweat is guaranteed $1.6 million for this upcoming season, and then $2.1 million in 2027.
Peanuts,
exactly. All right, it is that time in the third hour, and we are going to have a substitute Audiophiles orchestrator today, and that is my good friend. His name is Joseph Leo.
The Audiophile.
All right, a lot of football talk today, and rightfully so, with the Jets trade coming down right around 9:52-ish with the trade of Jermaine Johnson. So we'll stick with football, and we'll stick with the Combine because that's going on. And Caleb Downs had a meeting with Aaron Glenn. Caleb, how'd that go?
Yeah, I mean, I said I'm not going to share whatever teams I met with, but yeah, I mean, I was excited to meet him. I shook his hand in the hallway. He sounded like great people, and yeah.
Real quick, by the way, the Combine, today begins the on-field workouts, and they do it by position. So today, it's the defensive line, linebackers, and the kickers. That's what we got going on Thursday. Tomorrow, it's going to be the DBs and the tight ends. Saturday, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and then Sunday, the offensive line.
That's where we'll stick with the next cut we'll play here. Peter Woods, who's been linked to the Jets in a couple of mock drafts. Peter, what type of player are you?
I think that I'm a game disruptor. I'm the type of guy, like I said, that causes offensive coordinators to lose sleep at night planning for me. You don't really know where I'm going to line up. You don't know where I'm going to be, but you got to respect it. And you got to know where I am at all times. I think that, like I said, I'm one of the best at shocking and shedding and getting rid of a man. And I think that's what our game is, to disrupt the offense.
I can see Peter Woods. Because he's a different body type than Banks. I can see the Jets if Woods.
The one that only had like a couple because of injury last year. Was it Banks or was it
Banks?
Banks.
That was Banks.
Right.
Yeah, but he's 6'6", so you just brought that in. So I would go, listen, you can listen, the new era is being able to disrupt from the interior. Right? So I mean I could see the Jets at 30, 32 or 33, whatever one it is, being able to say, you know what? Let's get an outside pass rusher and an inside pass rusher. You know what I mean? Because he's different.
Why not?
You know what I mean? He can be the Diggs. So now you got him and Briggs. And now you got a good rotation inside to come in and float, and then still get your outside pass rusher, and then get your. You can get an interior guy, an outside guy, and a pass and a receiver at 16. 16 receiver, pass rusher at 1. Another D tackle at 2.
Did you see,
at 16.
Did you
at
see
32.
some of those? Daniel Jeremiah had his most recent mock. That at 16, he had them taking that guard from Penn
71,
State.
yeah.
Viega, because we don't know what's going to happen with left guard, because if Simpson walks as a free agent, and if they don't
sign Simpson.
Or AVT, they're going to have to make a decision on one. But you never know, I'm saying. Like, if they're that high on this guy, and he's that good, and they're like, well, if he's on the board, it's too good a value to pass up.
You can't tell me that you can't find value at guard. Because at that point, you even got your outside guys that's moving to guard that was good. You can get that in the second round.
I agree. And they have too many needs, and it's not a premium position either. Like, if you want to load up on pass rushers, be my guest.
Yeah.
But, like...
Because technically, you still got Tippmann, you still have Myers if you have to run that back.
Exactly. And like I said, you want to go crazy with the guys that could go get the quarterback. Fine.
And in free agency, it's a lot of people that's available. Interior offensive lineman is available. Brothers, all of the Cleveland Cavaliers offensive line. Ain't there something Cleveland Cavaliers? Cleveland Browns don't have a all their offensive line is up this year?
Pretty much, well, because they were all injured a lot, too, last couple of years.
No, but I'm saying is all of them are free agents.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
We're not going to try to bring back guys, like I say, like the tackles have been all banged up for the last couple of years. Like, it doesn't make any sense for them to bring those guys back. They could probably benefit from a fresh start. I'll tell you another position, though, at 16, which it's a premium position, and I don't think the Jets are set by any stretch there. I wouldn't necessarily rule out a corner. Depending on where the value is on the board.
Yeah, of course.
A corner at 16. I was just asking him off the draft.
I mean, you got McGovern that's out there. You got Zion Johnson that's out there. You got Samolu. He's 32 though. His better years is in Philadelphia. Yeah,
he's 32.
Yep. Remember, he was in Philadelphia for a while. Got paid with Philly. Then he went to Pittsburgh.
Jeez, I didn't think he was that old. I mean, 32 is not old, but in football years.
Yeah, but he's a guard, so he gets some grace.
All right, Joe, what else
we got? Wyatt Teller.
Wyatt Teller's not a bad player.
We'll go to some executives that were talking. Monty Ossenfort, who is the Arizona Cardinals general manager, he was talking about the Cardinals quarterback situation.
I know a lot of you are going to, on top of your mind, is our quarterback situation. So, here's what I would say, as I've said before, I'd say all options are on the table for us, okay? We got Kyler, Jacoby, Keaton, all under contract. As it pertains to that position, as it pertains to every position on our team, we're going to look at every avenue to improve, and we're going to continue and go through our process with that.
Apparently there's a little he said, she said with Monty Ossenfort and Kyler Murray. Apparently, he said he and Kyler have been in communication, since the season ended. They've talked, and apparently Kyler Murray, according to a report, said he hasn't talked to the GM since the season ended. So somebody's lying, somebody's telling the truth. But it's another example of what, getting mixed up in the Kyler Murray business is, I don't think, the path you want to take. Me personally.
I'm with it.
You're into it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You like Fortnite or Call of Duty or whatever?
Hey,
you can play that.
It was a point in your time where you stopped playing video games and life became serious. I think Kyler Murray's been there for 2 years now. We haven't heard about the Fortnite stuff. How old is Kyler Murray? 28? So we talking about when he was 24? That was 3 seasons ago.
But the problem is, forget about the video games. He wasn't good last year. When he played, he wasn't good.
Their offensive line is horrible, and Marvin Harris hasn't figured it out yet.
Remember do you remember all the Marvin Harrison smoke last summer?
Yeah, we
about
thought
how
he was going to be
he was the Incredible Hulk and he's working out and he's so much muscle. What did he do last year? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
And this is a crossroad for him, year 3.
100%.
Because the other kid, they got another kid that started balling out for them, and he's better than
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson. Yep.
Willie Wilson.
Next one, another wide receiver. A.J. Brown's been in the news. So, Nick Sirianni, is A.J. Brown going to be an Eagle next year?
I can only say I love A.J. Brown. He is a great teammate. He is a great football player.
And when is that? Have you ever heard me say, I guarantee we win this game? I guarantee we do. You don't do that in this league. And so when it's kind of put that way, you're just like, I'm getting asked the impossible question, whether I answer it this way or that way. And so you just go and again, all I'll say is I love A.J. Brown, and I love the player. I love the person. Man, I'm really grateful for the relationship I have with him. That's why you get into this. You get into this for the relationships. You get into this to help guys achieve goals that they want to be able to achieve as a coach and be a servant leadership for them. And so, man, I can't say I love that relationship that I have with him.
That's just a long-winded way of saying, yeah, he can be had, right?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What if Indiana decides to get into the Malik Willis business or the Kyler Murray business?
The Colts, you're saying?
Yeah, the Colts.
They're trying to sign Daniel Jones.
What if they decide to go with the Malik Willis show or Kyler Murray? As a Jets, would you take Daniel Jones and try and sign him? Oh, he's good enough for the Colts.
The Colts.
He's not good enough for you. Yeah.
So Anthony Richardson was good for the Colts.
He was damn near an MVP candidate.
You're right, but I don't think the Jets would do that.
Why not? They need a young quarterback. They need a quarterback to help get them over the bridge.
Optics. It's the same reason.
What's the optics?
The optics is he quote unquote crashed and burned with the Giants. I don't think that they would they wouldn't hear the end of it. And by the way, I don't think Daniel Jones would want to come back to this city either.
You think he hates the city?
It's not that he hates the city.
You think he hates the city more than he likes money?
I don't think that would be an avenue the Jets go. There is a you know this. There's a thing between the two organizations.
Yeah, I'm sure Leonard Williams and Snack Harrison went there, right?
No, but they traded him there. And that was the Giants on the receiving end. Damon Harrison took the money.
But they're not getting him from him. This ain't a trade or anything like this. This is a free agent.
But it's not like it was 10 years in between him going to the Giants, back to the Jets. It was like a couple of years.
What did he care? What did Daniel Jones care?
Well, let me ask you this question.
He going to go to Miami? He going to go to Cleveland?
I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's re-signing in Indianapolis because they've made inroads to try to get this done. You would actually take a run on Daniel Jones?
I said that last year the Jets should be in the market for Daniel Jones. I also said they should have brought Sam Darnold back. How did that work out? That aged well.
You're like reopening old wounds.
Yeah, man.
That wouldn't have worked out, though. With the way this team was last year, if Sam came back, oh, my Lord.
Why? They could protect Sam, and he had Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall.
Throwing gadget plays to Isaiah Williams. Down 52-3 to the Patriots.
Maybe it wouldn't have been down that much.
Well, they might have still given up 52, but the offense maybe would have had a little bit more than 3. I can tell you that. Oh,
trying to say.
Oh, boy.
Last one here.
Yeah.
And just to cross some I's and dot some T's, Sirianni was on with Eisen yesterday. Where that cut was from. Last one, though.
By the way, real quick, because we got off on it because they asked me about the Daniel Jones thing. Dude, there's a lot going on with Philadelphia. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, none of the offensive coaches wanted to work on the staff. The A.J. Brown situation, Stoutland leaves, the offensive line coach who was as good as there was in the NFL, and Vic Fangio might retire, right? Or he's coming back for one more year, but maybe this is it.
Yeah, he's old. It's time for him to retire. He's old as hell.
He's still good.
He's old as hell.
Remember, Vic Fangio had the Dolphins saying he works just too hard, he coaches just too hard.
Remember, he's from there.
He's a Philly guy.
That's his hood. I had Big Banjo. He was coach with me.
Did you ever get the meatballs?
What's that?
You never heard about this?
Read
there are like stories written now. Vic Fangio, no joke. His family has a legendary recipe for meatballs. It's like top secret. He won't even share like the actual recipe with anybody. Like even like his family members, he tells them to like turn away when he like adds like the secret ingredients. But whoever the players of the week are on defense, he rewards them each week during the film study with homemade meatballs.
Wonder if Southpow's got a bite or two of those meatballs.
I'm telling you. And people say they're
Southpaw got some. Southpaw will get me some. First of all, I'm not getting excited about no damn meatballs. I'm not Italian.
You don't like a good meatball?
I can care less about a meatball. It's a hamburger.
Yeah, but everybody makes it.
It's ground beef.
Don't say it's just a hamburger.
It's ground beef. It's a hamburger with it's a round hamburger with tomato sauce, marinara sauce.
You don't appreciate the art of a good meatball.
I don't. It's just ground beef. Ground beef is
No.
cheap chuck meat.
See, you make it a different way. It's not just all ground beef. You do some.
Oh, you put some. So what do you put in it?
Ground beef.
Some Italian sausage that mixed in
Ground
it?
beef don't melt in your mouth if you make it the right way.
Brother. Pause, first of all, but.
No, I wasn't. See, you're the one thinking with the pause. I wasn't thinking pause.
Phrasing?
Yeah, like you talking like, man, it's a Wagyu steak or something like that, man. Like it's a meatball.
Wagyu's great, by the way.
It's a meatball. I got something better than that. You ever had snow beef?
No, what is that?
Go to this restaurant and they sell snow beef. I'll tell you off air because I want everybody in my spot. But yeah, snow beef because the beef, it's like cows that live in elevation, so it's cold all the time. So they never like in warm climate. Basically like mountain cows.
Like Colorado cows. The altitude and all that stuff?
Like
up in the
Alps,
Swiss
French
Alps?
Yeah, French Alps.
All right, you got to tell me what that place is. Let me tell you, though, and all New York soccer fans, are you ready? Because on Saturday, March the 7th, New York City FC opens the season at home against Orlando City. Kickoff set for 2:30 at Yankee Stadium. It's an Eastern Conference matchup you don't want to miss as New York City FC returns to the Bronx. Be there when the boys in blue take the field for the first time this season at home. For your chance to be there in person, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Tickets are available right now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. 800-919-3776. Dan and Bart, we roll till 1 right here on ESPN New York.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Today we're talking cancer awareness, and I want to bring in someone with a really unique perspective, Dr. Kelly Victory. She's a board-certified emergency medicine physician with over 30 years of experience who serves on the chief medical board for the Wellness Company. And most importantly, she's a cancer survivor. Dr. Victory, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks very much for having me, Michelle.
We've been hearing a lot lately about cancer rates rising, especially in younger adults, which is obviously pretty alarming. What are you seeing?
Without question, cancer rates are rising across the board. And concerningly, we are seeing more aggressive cancers in people even in their 20s and 30s.
That's scary for a lot of people. Is there anything that can be done to help alleviate that fear?
And that is what led me to develop the new product Shield, because it is a group of more than 12 well-studied, scientifically proven supplements that help to supercharge your immune system, the first line of defense against cancer.
To learn more, visit victoryagainstcancer.com and use promo code SMALLS to save $25 on Shield.
Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
DraftKings Sportsbook puts you right in the middle of basketball's biggest star-driven moments. Bet player props, bet live, and when a game turns fast, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player gets injured anytime in the first half, your bet stays alive. And once it settles, you still get paid in cash. That's built-in protection for star-driven bets. Backed by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Hosting, grilling, just want a great dinner, you gotta start at Wild Fork Foods. Brazilian beef tenderloin, only $10 a pound. Atlantic salmon portions, just $9.98 a pound. Premium quality without the premium price. Every product is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. With over 450 options, there's something for every occasion. Shop 7 locations, or you can order online for same-day delivery. WildForkFoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, quality meat, wild prices.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry.
With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles. Rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Oh, very appropriate. I like that. It's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 105 Mets Stros, Nolan McLean's first appearance of the spring. Coverage begins right here on 880 ESPN starting at 1. Yankees are going to host the Braves also at 1 o'clock. Tonight you got a hockey triumvirate with the locals. Isles travel to Montreal at 7. Devils will visit the Pittsburgh Penguins. Rangers, they're at MSG. They're going to take on the Flyers. They're back from Olympic break. Coverage begins right here on ESPN New York. And the app starting at 7:30. Puck drop at 8 o'clock. And you got the Nets. They're going to host Wemby and the Spurs also at 7:30. That's game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey. During today's action, glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. All right, let's get some calls up here. Let's say hi to Zach in Brooklyn, who wants to talk a little meatballs. How about that here on ESPN New York? Hello, Zach. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, guys? First time calling in. I wanted to say, Bart, I love you, and I'm usually right there with you on all food stuff, but I'm worried that you've never had a proper meatball because it's not just ground beef. Yeah. It should be beef, pork, and veal. Yeah. The beef gives you depth of flavor, the pork is fatty and juicy, and the veal makes it melt in your mouth. Plus, you usually have breadcrumbs and egg and seasoning, so it's way different than a burger.
I went to some very expensive places, man, and they have great meatballs. I've been to, what's the one that y'all talk about, Rayo's?
Rayo's, yeah.
Yeah.
You need a, you can't just stroll into Rayo's if you want. You need a special
what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? Meatball, okay.
I think you just got to find the right one, and then you'll change your mind.
We would agree. We would agree that Rayo's is like one of the tops, right?
I never been there. I was invited. I never went though.
But I think you want to go find those little mom and pop shops like downtown that aren't all famous, where there's like some old lady making it in the back with like a 100-year-old recipe.
That's what you get with Vic Fangio.
But now tell me this: would you prefer a meatball from your favorite spot? You got a favorite spot, I'm sure, or a favorite person that makes it. Or do you want a nice ragu, marbly, crusted
wagyu,
opera, wagyu, or snow beef?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all about what mood you're in, right? If I want a steak, that's what I want. But if I'm looking for a great meatball, then that's what I want.
Okay. Now, meatball or meatball sandwich?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I go classic meatball with some handmade pasta. That's what I would want.
Nothing wrong with that.
I can roll with that. Yeah, I prefer
that's what we were rocking.
Little Italian sausage in my spaghetti too.
That's what we were rocking during the blizzard on Sunday. Little homemade.
Yeah, can't beat it.
No, you can't.
I love you guys. Thanks so much,
Zach. Thanks, man.
Are you stirring it like Goodfellas? Like you got to sit there and stir the sauce.
My wife handles all that. She's the master. I stay out of the way with the wooden spoon. Homemade. We had the fusilli, homemade meatball sausage. Fantastic.
You're Italian, right?
Yes, I am.
You make a good meatball?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, and I'm like Goodfellas and The Godfather. I'm sitting there for 3 hours.
You were cooking dinner,
sauce.
Weren't you, for
Valentine's Day?
For Valentine's Day, he was cooking dinner.
First of all, welcome back. Did you get some rest?
I did. Well,
change your
not
clothes,
really.
you change your underwear?
I did change the clothes, change the underwear. I did have to shovel out my girlfriend's mom's car yesterday afternoon.
The mom's car?
They're in South Carolina, so.
So you had to shovel.
Yeah, they got out of Dodge before the storm
So
happened.
they left. They saw it was coming. Then they tell you, hey, make sure you take care of the house, the resident.
Yep.
Now,
By the
are
way,
you driving the car?
Huh? I'm not. It was snowed in until yesterday, so I'm not driving that car.
By the way, snow beef is Wagyu, I'm being told.
But no, it comes from a certain type of cow. It comes from a cow that is up in cold weather. That's what I call it, snow beef.
I wasn't familiar with the whole snow beef intricacies.
It's actually softer than. It's a lot more like it's not a lot of marble in it. See, like Wagyu got a bunch of marble in it. Like the snow beef costs you about $130 for 4 ounces.
Like I said, forget pause whatever you want to say. A good meatball should be able to melt in your mouth, right? Joe's nodding his head. He knows what I'm talking about.
You're not chewing?
You don't even have to.
You
don't even have to. I mean, obviously for effect you could, but let's put it this way: you wear dentures, you don't got to put those bad boys in for a good meatball.
Chomp them up.
Chomp them up. Go.
Is meatballs better than Sloppy Joe?
Oh God, yeah. Sloppy Joe's like crap out of a can. What was that Manwich or whatever that crap?
Yeah, place. Yep.
Yeah, Manwich.
Sloppy Joe's make them extra sloppy for you. Gilberto in the truck up next year on ESPN New York. What's up, Gilberto?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Hey, Bart, man, you're missing out. Man, when you sit down at a good Godfather Italian meal, man, the meatballs that guy described before with the veal and a little bit of the pork and everything mixed, it does, man. It can give you a very, very good meal. But, Graca, my point is with you, man. Yesterday, you're my homie, and you slid from the question that I asked you. And today is even better because both parties are going to meet. If you were Cat, 7 feet, 7'1", 7'2", okay, and you're about to face Wemby, okay, what would you do? And how would you attack Wemby and Graca? You do football, man. I know that you got a lot of dog in you, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean like the dogs in the street. I mean dog like a real dog, football. You know what I'm saying?
No, so boy. Yeah, you got that. So what are you saying?
You walked away from me, man.
No.
Come on, man.
Ask the question again. So what you're saying is if you're Cat, how do you go about attacking Wemby?
If you are Cat, you. I addressed it to you, not Bart, because I know what Bart's going to say. I seen him when he played basketball before, and he destroyed, what's his name, the other football player, with somebody he was playing with. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't going to discuss that. Exactly. What would you do, Graca? Let me know, and your listening fans will want to know. I'm going to hang up now. Let me know what you guys got.
All right, Gilberto, thanks for the call. If I was built like Cat, okay, and even with the skill sets and all that stuff, and I got Wemby standing in front of me, given his size and his makeup, I'm going to try to take him to the tin. I'm going to try to muscle him up. Why wouldn't you, right? I mean, like you're twice the size of him, at least in terms of width. You know what I mean? I know he's bigger than you. Take him to the hole. If he's getting if he's going to swat my shots away or whatever, all right, then I'm going to have to adjust, and then I'll try to take him away from the basket because I know I could drop threes. Your mic on?
Well, what you know what is. That's a Brunson thing, too. Did you see the game yesterday? The Pistons? You watched a little?
No, I didn't see any of it yesterday.
I want you to, if you had to watch it, you would have saw how many times Cade Cunningham got during, like, either the lob or got him the easy handoff after he penetrated to the basket. And, that's why I hold Brunson to such a high standard because you got to get your big man. It's rare that your big man is like a skilled big man. Usually it's like Lob City when you're throwing to DeAndre Jordan or Clint Capella, something like that. But your big man is actually a skilled basketball player. So you can still but you still should try and get him the cheap, easy ones like you would get one that wasn't skilled.
Yeah, but you know who's usually the receiving end of those?
Mitchell Robinson. Right, but Mitchell Robinson ain't starting.
Right.
So when
he doesn't have an offensive repertoire.
So when you and him out there, like it's a simple pick and roll. Derwin had, I think, like 28 points yesterday. Like 10 points were based off of pick and rolls. Like you saw it yesterday, right? How many times did he give him the ball in the paint and then after he drew the defense, he just dunked the ball?
At least 6 times, at least.
But we were talking about this yesterday. You weren't here. The thing is, though, with Brunson, he's not a pass-first point guard, though.
That's my point. But what I'm saying is your job as the point guard to get guys involved so that they're in some type of rhythm when they seeing the ball go through. It's your job as, like, even Michael Jordan, when Phil Jackson went to him, like, Michael, we know you can dominate. You have to pick and choose your spots when you're going to dominate, because if not, you get a bunch of guys just watching you, and then when it's time for them to shoot, they're not in any type of offensive rhythm, have no confidence to shoot the ball. And you end up like the end of the game with Luka, where he threw LeBron James a hand grenade. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? To win the game, LeBron threw up a brick. Like, yo, what the hell, man?
Luka does some weird stuff at times. I mean, he's not immune from that, like you said, but Cade Cunningham, and this is going to be a fun conversation over the next couple of months, like as it pertains to Brunson. You know that. It started already. And let's say if they clash again in the playoffs, because Cade, hey, man.
2 blocks yesterday.
Cade.
Two-way player.
I've been saying that he's going to finish top 3 in the MVP. He might be top 2.
Well, the top 2 that you have won't even be eligible.
That's the point. But
even with that, if he took the Pistons, who nobody thought was going to be top 2 in the East, and he's number 1 in the East, best record in the NBA, and with the numbers that he's averaging, how can he not get it?
100%. That's what an MVP should be.
Make that make sense, unless it's somebody that's playing out of their mind. But Jokic and Shea Gilly probably won't be eligible. So you're trying to tell me you're going to give more respect to what Jaylen Brown doing because he's averaging maybe 5 more points, but then Cade is killing him in assists, and he said there's people talk about Jaylen Brown's the best 2-way player. Yeah, he's a pretty good 2-way player. Could be the best. Him, Kawhi, when Kawhi's healthy. But it's not like Cade Cunningham is like Steph Curry on defense.
No. And what he said, he's putting this team basically on his back. I mean, like, Duran's a nice player.
Right.
An all-star player, but he's not yet at that level.
Yeah, he's not like playing with Cat.
He's out there by himself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in so many words, he's out there by himself.
I mean, you can say Shea Gilly got a better supporting cast.
Of course he does.
And both of the Jalen's.
And think about how many games Jalen's missed this year for them, and they're still. And plus, you got Chet, and you got all those dudes.
Look how many games Shea has missed, and his team is still right there.
100%. Let's get a quick timeout, and we come back, and we'll close it out with you guys on the phones. 800-919-3776. Dan and Bart here on ESPN New York.
It starts with the first early morning, the uniform, the training, the challenge. Every trooper remembers day 1 at the academy. But where they end up, no 2 stories are the same. At the New York State Police, the path you take is up to you. If you're ready for a career with endless opportunities for growth, start here. Go anywhere. Apply today at joinstatepolice.ny.gov.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Now I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day 1, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch it. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan. 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device credit service port in 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
Hey Yankees fans, 2026 Yankees individual game and group tickets are on sale now at Yankees.com/tickets. Next season's home schedule is highlighted by interleague games against the Dodgers, Braves, and Cardinals. As always, we'll host the annual series of games against the Mets, as well as baseball's best rivalry with the Red Sox. Don't miss out on all the exciting action in the Bronx. Get your 2026 Yankees tickets today at Yankees.com/tickets.
March is here, and the madness is underway. Schweppes offers above-the-rim refreshment and is proud to sponsor the Big East Conference. Take a break from the action with a Schweppes Seltzer. Enjoy 7 refreshing flavors, such as black cherry, lemon lime, cranberry lime, and strawberry mango. Each Schweppes Seltzer flavor provides a perfect touch for any occasion. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your everyday refreshment. Stop by your local food bazaar to get your favorite Schweppes Seltzer for a slam dunk experience.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S Select Sport all-wheel drive for $209 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM105852. MSRP $29,530. Zero security deposit ends 3/2/26.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
All right, Dan and Bart finishing up here on this Thursday, ESPN New York. We got Mets baseball coming up here on ESPN 880. Michael's show is going to be heard on the ESPN New York app. You can also check it out on YouTube as well, coming up at 1. And then Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg will follow suit after that. So even though there's baseball on the air, you can still get your favorite shows on the app, on YouTube, and everything comes together that way. We'll be back with you tomorrow coming up at 10 a.m. Congrats. I know I haven't talked about it since I sat down here, but congrats to our buddy CC Sabathia. Is going to have his number retired in Monument Park, the latest of the many numbers that are out there. What's that? He's on with Michael today, 2:30. Okay, so you're going to hear from number 52 himself coming up at 2:30.
Oh, man, how they going to put Michael on not on the main TV line if you ain't he going to have CC?
He got YouTube. They could watch it.
The Tubi tube.
I mean, everybody loves YouTube. So he's coming on there. And the thing is, and Tom was explaining this to me because I didn't really give it tremendous amount of thought. I was a little bit surprised that it's going to be on September 26th when they retire his number. Now, September 26th is the second to last day of the regular season. Like nothing like burying a good lead and leaving it till the very end. And Tom says to me that it's the 26th day of the month, and the year is 26. And you double that's 52, and that's CC's number. Like, that is way too much thought involved.
How many people figured that out?
I mean, but is that something, because I haven't read anything, is that something that he requested, guys? Is that what he wanted?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just trying to play Mr. Conspiracy Man on the radio waves.
Dude, you should go into, law enforcement and detective work or something.
First 48.
That's crazy, right? I wouldn't have thought of that.
I am Tom Bauer. Maybe I'm Jack Bauer instead.
That's true. But anyways,
I love
like,
this.
I
Friends
like,
of the Nerds.
Shout out Robert Carradine, by the way, no longer with us. Passed away a couple days ago. That was sad.
Who's that, Booger?
No, the head Lewis. The head nerd.
Lewis died?
Yeah. Dude, he was
man.
71.
That's still early, man.
I know. I'm just saying. So, yeah, that was awful when I saw that. That was over the weekend, Sunday, when it was blizzard.
Oh, man, that hurts.
But, yeah, so CC on the 26th, it's a Saturday night. The danger in that, though, not that you think it's going to happen, though, but if the Yankees are out of it, like, and just like everything goes wrong for them this year, which, you know, it's sports, anything can happen. If they have like 1 million injuries, and that game means absolutely nothing, that's just going to, I don't think there's going to be as much pomp and circumstance for that, right? Because when you have a bad season, not that the Yankees have had many of them, of course, over the last 30 years, but when you have a bad season like that, you want it over with.
Yeah, but I think I
just don't know why you would do it in the summer.
The Yankees are fail-proof, man. Come on, let's keep it real.
Well, I mean, they have had. I mean, remember a couple of years ago they had an awful year, but are they going to have another one?
Come on, man. They got the white whale back.
I just don't know why you wouldn't have a ceremony like that earlier in the year. You know, a day game, like it's a night game.
It's going to be perfect weather too at that time.
But it's a night game.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Because CC's the OG.
I'll tell you what else stinks, by the way, and I know why they did it this way. The second Subway Series of the year this year, the Yankee Stadium version, because they built it around 9/11, and it's the 25th anniversary of 9/11 this year.
Damn, 25 years?
25 years. So Friday, September 11th, Mets-Yankees, they kick off the weekend series in the Bronx. Problem with that, though, is the finale of that series, that's the first NFL Sunday. September 13th is going to be the first NFL Sunday.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
People watch the Browns and the Cardinals.
1:30. 1:35 on Sunday, September 13th. So, well, I have a feeling Giants might get like a primetime assignment week one, like with the John Harbaugh pomp. I said I wouldn't rule out the Giants being the Seahawks opponent for the opener because the Seahawks host the Giants this year. Why not have John Harbaugh's first game? You know, that could be an option.
Against his old protege?
Against his old protege.
You won one, I won one.
You don't want to burn a division matchup right out of the gates, like with the Rams or something, so make it, Giants. That's a possibility. I mean, the Jets will probably be playing Sunday at 1, but, you know, then you're going to be going up against Mets and Yankees, which kind of stinks on that final weekend there. All right, that was a lot of fun. Thanks to Dave Rothenberg for holding it down for the first hour. Thanks to Joe and Tom. Thanks to you, my friend, as always.
Pleasure.
We will see you tomorrow at 10. Kay is up next on YouTube.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. You can get Brazilian beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions for just $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. You can shop one of their 7 locations or order online for same-day delivery.